Let's go ahead and get this YouTube stream up. All right, come on. Are we on Twitch? Is our Twitch running? For the first time, yes, sir. Everybody can hear me? Let's see. Let's talk about UFC 317, guys. Let's go ahead and let some people get in here. UFC lover, what's up? King, what's up? All right. Hey, can everybody hear me on TikTok? TikTok is really, really difficult, bro. Very difficult. Hey, Zan, can you hear me? Who do you think Umar fights next? I really want to see Umar versus Piotr Yan, but Piotr Yan apparently is booked against Marcus McGee, which makes 0 sense. But maybe Song Yadong. Maybe Song Yadong. I don't know, man. All right. Guys, this is my first time using Twitch, too. I got to figure out how to pull up the chat. All right. We ain't forgetting the Mighty Mouse incident, bro. Come on, bro. Give it up. Who's winning, Charles? We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it in a minute. Charles or Ilia? Who do y'all have? Who do y'all have? I appreciate you, Bodie. Big fan. I appreciate you, bro. The Fedor incident. Bro, give it up. Hey, we got somebody in here from Turkey. What's up, dude? What's up? How do I get guys, I'm not very tech savvy, bro. Still trying to figure this whole thing out, but yeah, we're about to get into UFC 317. Were y'all on the live? On Dana White's live? Bro, this man, every single time he goes live, the comments are asking about Tom Aspinall, John Jones, and he just says, yeah, bro, that fight's happening. We don't have a date yet, but yeah, that fight's 100% happening. Don't believe anything he says, bro. I've learned that the hard way. Charles low diff. Hey, low diff is crazy, but picking Charles is not. I want to say Charles, but Ilia's proving himself again and again. Facts, bro. It's hard to pick against Ilia against anybody. We are not forgetting the Dustin Poirier incident. He got so many incidents. Facts. Facts, bro. We got to get through this 40 title challenge, though. Ilia by KO and Khamzat by submission. I think I agree. I would not be surprised, though, if Dricus Du Plessis plot armors his way to a victory over Khamzat Chimaev. Ilia, Charles gets hit clean very often. Yeah, he does. He takes a lot of shots every single fight. Dude from India. What's going on, bro? We got people all over the place. I'm trying to read this TikTok chat and YouTube chat at the same time, man. If in a big if Tom versus John happens, it's probably in November in Madison Square Garden. Yes, I agree. Pantoja wins this, and he's the best flyweight of all time. If Pantoja beats Kaikar France, I wouldn't put him over Mighty Mouse. I don't think that's... Yeah, I think that's kind of crazy. I think it's kind of crazy. I'll put him second. I already have him second, though. Ilia going to retire Oliveira? I hope not. I don't want to see either of them lose, though, to be honest. Definitely don't want to see Charles get KO'd. 40 exactly is crazy. I know, bro. Fedor hates you more than anyone. He always jumps you, always ruins your challenges. Dude, he does hate me with a passion, bro. You know, the beef is with Francis, but we might have to switch it back to Fedor. Real talk, your shorts are peak. I keep up with him every day. Thanks, man. Really, thank you. I try to put out content, you know, y'all enjoy. So I'm always open to suggestions if y'all want to. Let me know what y'all want to see. I'm listening. DDP and it's not close. Against Khamzat? Not close? Okay. It would be very anticlimactic to see Ilia get bullied, held in the clinch, or subbed. Yeah, I'm curious to see him go to the ground. I'm curious. But yeah, we'll have to see, bro. We've seen Ilia against Bryce Mitchell, but Bryce Mitchell is not Charles Oliveira. Where's the other stream at? Yeah, we're on YouTube. We're on YouTube and Twitch for the first time. Never been on Twitch before, but we're testing it out. Is this title real? please. Yes. Dana White announced Ilia Topuria versus Charles Oliveira for everybody that missed it, and it's for the vacant title, not interim. It's for the vacant title. What's good? What's good? Yeah, the other stream is on YouTube and Twitch. Yo, I have Francis in my squad. Come on, bro. We don't talk about Francis on this channel. If DDP Chimaev goes around 2, how big are Chimaev's chances? If it makes it out of the first round, obviously the longer the fight gets, the more it sides with Dracus du Plessis. But Khamzat Chimaev, he can go. Okay, I don't know if he can go 5, but he can go 3 at least. If it makes it to the 4th and 5th, I'm definitely going DDP. Do a challenge where you need to do 1v1 a viewer and you each get the stats of a fighter like power, speed, striking. Oh, I like that idea. 1v1 a viewer? That could be cool. So excited for Khamzat. He's going to maul DDP. Maybe. I could see DDP winning that fight. Definitely picking Khamzat, though. When is Khamzat DDP? It is August 18th, maybe, in Chicago, UFC 319. I live in Chicago. I'm so going to see DDP versus Khamzat. Hey, they blessed y'all. They blessed the city of Chicago with Dracus and Khamzat. I'm kind of surprised. I'm kind of surprised DDP by following Anvil facts. If Charles gets Ilia back, it's a wrap. Dude, if Charles beats Ilia, bro, that's huge. I'll be happy. You think that Islam is scared of Topuria? No. I don't think he's scared of anybody. I'm going to be honest. Here we go. Here's the Twitch chat. All right, guys, I'm trying to read 3 chats at the same time, so. Fun fact, Francis Ducky for UFC 317. I know, bro. He happened. Okay, I don't want to talk about the incident, but yep, something just has to come up every single time. Me and Francis get booked, but Charles way too overlooked. People think this is easy. That's what I'm saying, bro. Charles is not an easy fight, bro. Not an easy fight for anybody. But I got Charles till it's backwards. Not a crazy take, bro. Not a crazy take. Poirier or Holloway. And we made a whole video about that yesterday. So y'all go check that out. I cooked on the thumbnail. I built a whole card for UFC 318 for New Orleans. I'm gonna try to go to that event, but we'll have to see what happens. Francis incident, 2v2 bar fight, bro. There's so many incidents. Michael, bro, give it up, dude. Give it up. It's in my kitchen, dog. Now we should wait for Tom and John. I don't know if we're gonna get it, bro. I'm tired of waiting. I know Tom Aspinall's tired of waiting. Who is the youngest current UFC champion, bro? I'm not gonna spoil it. We got a casual quiz that asked that same question, so go take the casual quiz and answer. Khamzat's gonna maul DDP. I think Ilia wipes Charles too. I think it's gonna be a close fight, but I think Ilia is gonna win. I'm leaning Ilia right now. Definitely leaning Ilia. I bet the odds are gonna be crazy though. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like the odds makers are gonna favor Ilia by a good margin. So if that happens, if Charles is a big underdog, I'm taking Charles. I'm taking Charles. I got Holloway low key. I think Dustin's too far past. Yeah, Dustin looked great in his last fight. But man, he's just not getting any younger. He's not getting any younger. I'm leaning towards Holloway as well, but Holloway is also coming off a KO loss, so. But yeah, I'm leaning Holloway right now until I see the Dustin Poirier edits on TikTok. The closer we get. What's the Discord link? The Discord link is in my TikTok bio and YouTube bio. Yeah, it should be in both of them. We'll see. It would be unprecedented to see Khamzat lose if the odds are even close. I'm putting my mama on it. Yeah, I'm curious to see what those odds are. I don't know if they've teased any odds or not, but I'm sure Chimaev's going to be the favorite. But I don't think he should be favored by that much, to be honest. Maybe minus 200. Can't believe fans think professional fighters are scared. Facts. Facts. Islam, the pound for pound king, is not scared of anybody, bro. You can't say he's ducking when he's moving up a weight class and fighting a fighter who's Vegas thinks has a better chance to beat him than Ilia. Because they opened odds for Islam and Ilia, and Islam was like a minus 300. Him and JDM are even. Honestly, as a fan base, we should forget about John Jones, dude, psychopath. Yeah, we need to stop talking about it, bro. We've been talking about it for forever. UFC 317 is lit. Facts, especially the main event. We're gonna look at the whole card here in a second. But yeah, main event is fire. Everybody's worried. Everybody's complaining we didn't get Topuria versus Islam, which obviously I wanted to see that too. But Charles Oliveira is not a pushover, bro. Everybody's acting like this is an easy fight. It's not. Max's nickname is Blessed for a reason. Facts. I don't think Dustin's going to be the same as versus Islam. I agree. That was for the title. He knows he's never getting it now, so I don't think he's as hungry. Yeah, I think they're just going to try to put on a show for the fans. That's what I think. But yeah, I think Max is going to win it. As of right now, I don't think he's going to KO Dustin. I think it's going to distance, probably. I don't think either guy is going to get finished. You are actually my king. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Ilia by KO, Khamzat by submission, Charles by submission, and DDP by decision. So 4 different outcomes. Pro covered the whole entire, every single possibility. Make more casual videos. I got you, bro. I got you. Charles getting TKO'd? Probably. Probably. If Ilia wins the lightweight belt, do you think he will chase Islam to welterweight, bro? That would be hilarious. But we all know why Ilia vacated in the first place, and we know why Islam is vacating as well. We know the real reason. The real reason. Nobody wants to talk about it, but they're both ducking Volk. I mean, I'm going to be the first one to say it. They're both ducking Volkanovski, bro. The real hardest hitting 145er. Did Islam vacate? Yes. Ilia versus Charles is for the vacant title. I want to join the Discord, but I don't know the link. The link is in my TikTok and my YouTube. So if you click on my profile, it should be under my name. DDP by spinning headbutt. Very accurate. Lore accurate DDP. The real reason. I think Ian Gary versus Islam will be good. Yeah. That was a stretch. We're probably not going to get it. But if it happens, y'all can say it's a bad fight. But the closer we get, it's going to get hype. That fight would be hyped up. I'm not going to lie. It would be hyped up. Charles by KO going to feed generations. Charles does have knockout power, bro. He has knockout power. Who do you think winning out of Chimaev and DDP right now? Chimaev. But the plot armor is tough, bro. The plot armor is tough. DDP definitely could win. You should do more wavelength videos. Yes, sir. More wavelength coming soon, for real. I think we posted one yesterday, right? Did y'all bang it? DDP by WWE suplex. John Cena comes out, hits Khamzat with the finisher. DDP spawns a black hole. That's probably what's going to happen, bro. Has the script. If we're getting DDP Strickland 3, I will stop watching UFC Facts, bro. Strickland should not be anywhere near a title anytime soon or ever again. I want to see Strickland versus Izzy, the rematch. DDP by coin flip. Facts. I'm a huge fan of you. I appreciate you, bro. Thank you. Thank you. I'm going to come off like, actually. Bro, I always refer to those guys. Actually. If Ilia Islam win, people will say double champ, even though they would be 2 division champions. It's just low-key annoying because they're different. Yeah, but I think this situation is different. I think the Islam situation is different because I think he'll technically be double champ because he's earned it. There's no reason he should have to vacate. Why are they forcing Islam to vacate? Doesn't make any sense. What does he have? 4 title defenses? Beating the best of the best in the UFC? Come on, bro. DDP knows Khamzat has 0 gas tank and will drag out 5 rounds. So DDP will win. Maybe. I could see Dracus winning this fight. And if Dracus Duplessis wins this fight, we got to have some serious conversations. Some conversations will need to be had about Dracus. On an all-time list, yes. 2nd greatest middleweight of all time if that happens. Strickland versus Whitaker would have been cool. Yep, Strickland's ducking. Y'all want to talk about ducks? Strickland's been ducking Whitaker forever. DDP by asking Khamzat to please tap politely. Charles wins in spectacular fashion by sub. I could see that, bro. Remember Charles Armand. Armand won the fight, but he was in trouble. Is Ilia going to be able to survive like Armand? when he pulled guillotine, I don't know. I don't know. I'm ready to see Ilia's grappling on full display. Is he a better grappler than Arman? I don't think so. I don't think so. Charles could win this fight. Do you watch WWE? Yeah, sometimes. Sometimes I do. We got John Cena and The Rock up there. You should low-key be a commentator for the UFC. It'd be crazy seeing you next to DC and Rogan. Bro, imagine. One day, maybe. Maybe one day. Last time Ilia fought at 155, he got dropped by Jai Herbert. Charles is not Jai Herbert. Yes, but people pull that clip up. He did get dropped. He got caught. That was a young Ilia Topuria. He's got a lot better since then. A lot more responsible since then. Arman only survived because he took his shorts off. Yeah, bro. He got pants. Charles pantsed him. Or Arman pantsed himself. DDP hasn't faced any wrestlers. Definitely not anybody on the same level of Khamzat. That's for sure. DDP by coughing on Khamzat, getting him sick. DDP by COVID. DDP by 4-second Stockton slap flash knockout. Facts, bro. All right, let's look at this card. Oh, y'all are about to see something cool, y'all. I've been working with my tech savviness. What y'all think about this? Oh, that's gonna mess up the TikTok, but whatever. Whatever. We'll just roll with it. Yeah. TikTok definitely gonna be seeing the card twice, but it's all good. We'll roll with it. His favorite is Izzy Fax. Your favorite is Johnny Walker. I don't know if I've heard that before. Don't know if I've ever heard that. I'm sorry you have to go through that. This man gets chinned every single fight. How do you think Kaikar France gets past Pantoja? I don't know who I'm picking for that fight yet. We're about to get into the card. Kaikar France could knock him out. Pantoja gets hit a lot, but right now I'm leaning Pantoja. DDP via the common code. If Islam wins in 170 and then fight at 155, if Islam, well, he's confirmed moving up now. I don't think he goes back down to 155 ever. I'm going to be honest. I don't think he goes back down ever. All right. Who do you think's winning, Prime John Jones or Prime Mirko Krokop? Jones, easy. That's not even close. That's not even close. My favorite fighter is Justin Gaethje. He never disappoints. He's entertaining and elite. That's valid. That's valid. I got to see Justin Gaethje live. So Gaethje versus Fiziev too. I got to see it live. DDP via plot armor facts. Adrian heading to Chicago for UFC 319. That's going to be sick. All right, let's get into this. Let's get into this. John Silva Lover is back. What's up? How's your day? It's good, bro. It's been great. What about you? I appreciate you. Shout out John Silva Lover. Checking on your boy. They're going to cheat Charles and make him a 250 underdog. Yeah, Charles is going to be a big underdog, I feel. I really feel like he might be. Khamzat pulls out, Tony Ferguson replaces him, and then goes on a title run. Facts, bro. The Tony Ferguson title run starts now, right, guys? Who wins, Islam or Khamzat at 170? If Khamzat's cutting, I want to say Khamzat. Yeah, I go Khamzat. But I can see him gassing, and then Islam would take over. All right, let's get into this card. The main event, Ilia Topuria. Who signed your gloves behind you? Dustin Poirier, baby. I met Dustin Poirier. I was training with my cousin Mateusz Gamrot. Y'all didn't know that lore. Mateusz Gamrot is my cousin. I was with him. Him and Dustin Poirier trained together. So he caught me that for my birthday. Or Christmas, I don't remember. But yeah, let's get into this card. Let's get into the card. All right. Ilia Topuria, Charles Oliveira. Great main event, by the way. It's not Ilia Topuria or it's not Ilia versus Islam. But do I have Twitch? Yes, we're live on Twitch right now. Casual Take MMA. I literally just created my Twitch account. We're at 2 followers, y'all. Y'all go follow it. Y'all go follow. Ilia Topuria, Charles Oliveira. Dude, one thing I noticed, bro. Look at all of the confirmed fights, and There's a Brazilian fighter on every single one except for this flyweight fight. They're glazing Brazil, bro. They're glazing. We did not know that lore. Hey, then y'all didn't watch my most recent video. UFC 318 car builder. That is where I unveiled the lore. How do I bring this to the front? See if I can do this real quick. Order. There we go. Is that better? That should be better on TikTok. Is Gamrot actually your cousin? Yes, bro. I'm just dropping news on y'all boys. My cousin Gamrot. Fries in the bag. Your top 3 favorite fighters? Y'all love this question, bro. My top 3 right now. Izzy at the 1 because he's 6'9". He can see everybody, right? At the 2, I would go Yuri Prohaska. And then at the 3, I'd go Islam. I think I'd put Islam at my 3. Then I got a bunch like Volk, Charles, bunch of fighters, Aspinall. All right. Who do y'all got, Ilia or Charles? I feel like everybody's saying Ilia, but I've seen a few people in chat say Charles. So, JDM 50-45 Bilal. No, bro. He maybe won 4 rounds, but I think was it 4? Round 4 was definitely Bilal. Definitely Bilal. Were you mad when Max Holloway knocked out Justin? I was not, because we picked Max Holloway. We picked Max Holloway in that fight. I was rooting for Max Holloway, actually. Ilia by murder. I hope not, bro. I cannot go. Dude, Ilia Topuria is just knocking out everybody's favorite fighter. Hey, whoever said they were a Gaethje fan, buddy, you better watch out. You don't want Gaethje to be the next victim of Topuria. You ain't hitting the 40 title on the dot. Just put the fries in the bag. I might never do it, bro. We're going to keep adding stipulations until we finally get it. Hopefully. Hopefully we get it. Why are you neglecting the Twitch chat, man, bro? I'm sorry. I'm back. I'm trying to read 3 chats. I got you. I got you now. My fault, gang. My fault. Yeah, I know Ilia way better now, but if Ja Herbert can drop you, Charles definitely can. I agree. Charles has nasty power. He has sneaky power. Very sneaky power in his hands. People don't talk about the power of Charles, man. People don't talk about it. That's a hardcore take. Charles has got power, man. Charles about to get chinned. Probably. That's my pick right now. I'm thinking Ilia Topuria he's gonna get in trouble though. I don't think it's gonna be a clean performance at all. I think Charles is gonna have him in something crazy. He's gonna have him in something crazy, some crazy positions, and then Ilia might find a way out. I don't know. Maybe work back up to his feet. But bro, Charles's wrestling is very underrated. Nobody talks about his wrestling. Can he get Ilia down? I don't know. Maybe he can get him in the clinch, land some knees. People forget, man. Facts, bro. Facts. Bilal, remember the tip. Oh, remember 2 tip. I think it's going to be a huge fraud check for Khamzat. Bro, a title fight. You can't say a fraud check in a title fight. You can't say that. It's not fair. Brain says Ilia. Hart will always say Charles. Facts. That's how I feel. He really showed off his wrestling versus Chandler, but nobody talks about it. That's what I'm saying. Hey, and the control time as well. Charles's top control is nasty. It's nasty. He's definitely a position over submission guy. Throwing out the big words again. Ilia ain't no legit black belt. Charles will beat him. Honestly, watch. He really could, bro. He definitely could do it. Very, very possible. Charles will submit Ilia. Dude, I could see it. I really could see it. I'm telling you, if Charles opens up as a big underdog, that's not a bad play at all. I'm curious to see these odds, for sure. Charlie Olive's going to be sleeping with the fish, unfortunately. Then Ilia going to move up to 170, submit Islam. No. That fight's out the window, guys. Bro, imagine Ilia does move up to welterweight and try to chase Islam. That'd be crazy. But he's ducking Volk. He's ducking Volk, bro. He is ducking Volk. Terrible take. Ilia going to drop him and sub him. Watch. Imagine Ilia subs Charles, bro. That'd be crazy. In the future, will we see Ilia versus Islam? No. I don't think so. Very possible. but I don't think so. Wavelength is the best short format. Bet, bro. I'll keep putting out some more. We haven't seen Ilia against a high-level lightweight Charles wins. That is true. We have not seen him against a high-level grapple. Well, Bryce Mitchell, but I'm saying Bryce Mitchell is not Charles Oliveira, bro. He is not. He's not Charles Oliveira. But yeah, let's look at the rest of the card. Ilia versus Charles right now. I'm leaning towards Ilia. If y'all want me to just drop the exact prediction, it's going to be Ilia Topuria round 3 TKO. Okay? They're going to go to war for a little bit, and then Ilia's finally going to find the chin. So, and we got Pantoja versus Kaikar France, bro. This fight has been rumored on every single pay-per-view for the last year, just about. That's what it seems like, at least. Pantoja gets rumored for every single pay-per-view. He's finally got his fight though. Right now, leaning towards Pantoja, but I could see Kaikar France chinning him. Benito Dariush versus Moicano rebooked. That's a good fight. I wanted to see Moicano versus my cousin Gamrot, but this is a good fight too. I could kind of see Benny winning this fight. Who wins, Ilia or Arman? I'm leaning towards Arman Tsarukyan. I think Arman Tsarukyan is the biggest threat to Islam too. That's what I think. Bigger threat than Ilia. Is that a hardcore take? I think so. How many defenses do you think Volk got left in him? Skill may never leave, but age gets everyone. Yeah. Sadly, Volk did not look great in his last fight, in my opinion. Obviously, he did enough to get the job done, but he looked slower. He looked older in that fight to me. I think he should have just laid the gloves down, bro. Not saying that he can't still fight, obviously. He definitely can still fight at a very high level, but he's not the same Volk that we're used to seeing. I think that he should have laid the gloves down, retired, and went out as a two-time champion. Went out on top. But now we have to sit through Volk versus Movzar, I guess. Ilia have black belt. Who give him? Who give him, brother? 3 inches height difference between Charles and Topuria. Yeah, Charles is going to look big. He's going to look big next to Topuria. But Topuria he's filling out, bro. Y'all saw him running the sprints on the track. But yeah, Charles is massive. Charles could go to welterweight if he wanted to. Charles is a big lightweight for sure. I don't think he gets past 2 to 3 more fights. Yeah. I feel like Volk might stick around for a minute. I don't know. But I don't think he's going to have another long reign. I don't think that at all. He's too old. Volk can just be a chef. His food looks fire. Facts, bro. Cooking with Volk? Dude, that man can cook, bro. Got my mouth watering. Cop versus Royval, fight of the night. Definitely could be fight of the night. Hey, who do y'all have, Royval or Cop? Manel Cop or Brandon Royval? Who y'all got in that fight? If Charles takes down, it's over for Topuria. It's going to be an amazing fight. Yeah, that's what I'm curious to see, bro. Michael Chandler can survive on his back. Can Ilia Topuria? Maybe. Maybe it's only a matter of time. I don't know. Will Amir Albazi fight? I don't know what's next for him, bro. I don't know. What was his last fight, Moreno? Yeah, he got pieced up in that fight. I don't know. He needs to take a step down. I don't know what Moreno's doing next either. Let's see. Love your shorts, bro. I appreciate you, bro. Who wins, Volk or Movzar or Volk? Yeah, I think Volk. Movzar's tough, though. Movzar is tough. Ilia or Charles, who wins? We're leaning Ilia. What do y'all think? I'm leaning Ilia right now. Could you beat Tony Ferguson right now in a fight? Yes. Come on, bro. Could I beat Tony Ferguson casual take, bro? Guys, he must not know about me. He must not know about me, guys. Alien versus Charles. Who wins? Charles. Albazi versus Asakura. Dude, Kai Sakura, we need some news from him, too. That man just popped into the UFC, had a bunch of hype. People thought he would dethrone Pantoja. Got dominated, submitted very quickly, and then went ghost mode. So, I want to see him versus a striker, though. I want to see him in a favorable matchup. I want to see him in a favorable matchup for sure. What do we say about DDP if he beats Khamzat, bro? Second greatest middleweight of all time. Yes, jumping. My favorite fighter, Izzy. I put him at second all time. Dude, he would have wins all in a row, by the way. Whitaker, Strickland, Izzy, Strickland again, and then Khamzat, bro. Come on. Those are better wins than Izzy. Those are better wins than Anderson Silva. Casual take is 25-0, buddy. Facts. I'd call my cousin. Exactly. Imagine if Islam loses to JDM and goes back down. Ilia won't give him a shot. That would be funny, bro. That'd be petty. I'd love that. That'd be so funny. But I want Islam to win. I'm an Islam fan. Volk versus Gordon Ramsay. First round kitchen, second round cage. Who wins? Ooh. I think Volk could get them both done. I'm a Volk believer, bro. I'm a Volk believer. I think he takes both rounds. Alien has good striking, but no one checked the grappling. Facts. That's what I'm saying. If he beats DDP, he's building a crazy resume. If Drakus beats Khamzat, yes. And if Khamzat beats DDP, he's building a good resume as well. What if Charles takes him to the ground? We'll have to see, bro. That's what I'm curious. That's what makes this fight so intriguing. Because on the feet, I don't think it's close. Obviously, Charles has power, but his striking is not even close to the level of Ilia. But yeah, you have 25-0 record. Who'll give him? We could potentially see Ilia move up to 170. Dude, if Ilia becomes a 3-division champion, he's the GOAT. What do y'all think? Is Ilia the GOAT if he becomes 3-division champion? What do y'all think? I think so, especially if he takes out Islam. If he takes out Charles and then Islam, yes. Gordon got hands though. He got that size and his mic game better than McGregor. Yep. Gordon Ramsay definitely be talking trash. Definitely would be talking trash. All right. Is the card already on the website? Yes, it is. Already on, not the full card, but they got a bunch of fights on here now. Merab or Sugar Sean. I'm going to have to dive into more film. Right now, I'm leaning Merab. But I'll definitely predict the winner very accurately the closer we get. Brandon Royval versus Manel Cap. I think I'm leaning Manel Cap. What do y'all think? Flyweight action, Strikers Delight. I'm wondering if this is going to be on the main card. Do y'all know if this is the right order? I don't know if this is the right order or not. Well, we got some good fights on here. We got Ilia Charles, obviously. Pantoja defending his belt against KKF. Beneil Dariush versus Moicano. It's a fun fight. Brandon Royval versus Manel Cop. Paulo Costa versus Roman Kopylov. That could be interesting. Who wins this fight, bro? Costa or Kopylov? Can Costa finally bounce back, bro? Manel Cop by finish. I could see it. I could see it for sure. I don't like Manel Cop very much, but I could see it. He's on a roll right now. Charles' striking is underrated. I agree. Dude, your channel is blowing up. Remember me when you're huge. I got you, Sam. I got you, bro. Jose Aldo always makes a guest appearance in the title win videos. Dude, I know. He's always popping out. I think Benny is underrated and will get an easy decision. I think Beneil Dariush can win this fight too. I think as of right now, I'm leaning Benny. I think he'll open up as the underdog too. My audio's out. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me still? Or is my audio out? You can hear? Somebody said my audio was out. Okay. All right, bet. Do you think any current fighter has the potential to pass Jones or GSP all time? I honestly don't think so. In my opinion, no, not in the terms of title wins. Nobody's gonna get 16 title wins. I don't think ever anymore. Nobody's gonna stick around that long, and the competition is just better. But y'all can't hear me? Some people are saying they can hear me, some people are saying they can't. It's just a glitch. Alright, whatever, we're just gonna keep rolling. Y'all let me know if my mic goes out. But what were you saying? Anybody gonna pass Jones or GSP? In my opinion, I would say Islam. I think Islam has the best chance right now, and then second would be Ilia. Yeah, because if Islam goes up there and wins the welterweight title, does he become the GOAT? I would still have him second, but I'm not mad if you think he's the GOAT. But if he were to like defend his title a couple times, or if he beats Ilia and wins the welterweight title, I think Islam would be the GOAT. I think the quality of his wins will be better. He's the only YN on MMA YouTube. Thanks, I guess. I guess that's a compliment. I'm not even going to mention Chael Sonnen because no one is passing the 50-0 undefeated, never lost a round. Facts, bro. Facts. Press Alt F4 to fix your mic. Really? You ain't getting me, bro. Come on. Come on, brother. Wait. Ilya Glaze is so crazy. He has one title defense. Yes, I'm just talking about potential here. I'm talking about potential. Ilya has the potential, but he's not going to stick around long. He said he wants to retire at age 30. So we might see a Khabib situation where he retires on top, undefeated. I love your content, Unc. I appreciate you, Razzle. I appreciate you. What happens if Charles beats Ilya? Dude, that would be funny. The Islam fans would come out of the woodworks talking about, yeah, he was never ducking, bro. He can't even get through Charles. But Charles is a tough fight, bro. If Charles beats Ilya, we got to see Charles and Arman run it back. We have to. 5-rounder this time. There should be no other exception. I get the circumstance with Arman, kind of ruining the event, but he's the number one contender, right? Maybe he does one more fight and then fights for the title. I don't know. But if Charles wins, I want to see Arman Charles 2, 5-rounder. No joke, you're my favorite MMA creator. Nina Drama who? Thanks, Adrian. I appreciate you, bro. If Charles beats Ilya, he's the GOAT. Facts. Facts. If Charles beats Ilya, he's the third greatest lightweight. Yeah, third greatest lightweight of all time. Still would not put him over Khabib. Wouldn't be too far behind in terms of lightweight. Sorry, when Charles beats Ilya. That's funny. That is funny. That's not a crazy pick. Who wins, Arman or Charles 2? I think Arman wins again. Bro, y'all trying to troll me in the chat now. Fans, you're not slick, bro. You're not slick. In your opinion, will John fight Aspinall? Will the fight happen? See, if you would have asked me a couple months ago, I would have said no. I think the fight's going to happen now. I really do. But I think we're going to have to wait until November, bro. I think we're going to wait till November. And yeah. What does John do if he beats Aspinall? I guess retire? Or do you think he thinks he can take out anybody? Just add. Nah, he's definitely retiring. There's nobody else to add to his legacy. If John beats Aspinall. You don't think the fight will happen? I mean, right now, I'm like leaning 55% it does. Definitely not convinced. I'm not convinced it's happening until I see both fighters step in the cage and Bruce Buffer's announcing their names. So, finally, Topuria getting humbled. This is going to be a tough fight. This is going to be a tough fight, bro. They should do Arman versus Gaethje. That's what I think they should do too. In lightweight, Ilya versus Charles. They're wanting to push Patty though, but yeah, I think Arman versus Gaethje should be a set number one contenders fight, and they should do Patty Pimblett versus Dan Hooker. I don't know if he wants to fight Hooker though, but yeah, I want to see Arman Gaethje. It sounds to me like they're trying to do Patty versus Gaethje though, and I think that's a tough fight for Gaethje, bro. That is a tough fight. If I'm a Gaethje fan, I don't want that, but I don't want Arman either necessarily. I think both fighters beat Gaethje, bro. I think Gaethje's on his way out. I think he is. I think he is. You should start doing debates in your Discord. We could do that for sure. Hey, if anybody in here is not in my Discord, the link is in my TikTok bio and YouTube bio as well. So y'all join up. I think debates could be fun. That's a great idea. Shout out Adrian. Nah, man, if John beats Aspinall, he defends against the Black Beast Derek Lewis. Facts. I think if John Jones wins, we bring back Daniel Cormier. The trilogy. Let's do it. Let's do it. Or Francis comes back. Or maybe I'll test him out at heavyweight. We'll see. We'll see. John needs time to get back on the juice. Facts. Jones needs to be stripped. I agree, bro. It's getting ridiculous at this point. It's getting ridiculous. Moicano and Dariush could have fought Rufy and Dawson. Dude, I thought for sure we were getting Dariush and Rufy. I don't know what happened. And then Rufy started calling for Benoit Saint Denis. So, I don't know what Rufy's going to do. Definitely needs to fight a ranked opponent, but yeah, I want to see him against a grappler. I do want to. Maybe we get Rufy and Gamrot. That's a bad matchup for Rufy, though. I think Gamrot wins that one. I think Cousin wins that one. Try not to be biased here. Arman fumbled the bag so bad. Facts, bro. Even if he lost the fight to Islam, he would be in a better situation than he is now. He really would. If Arman would have just lost to Islam, he potentially could be in this fight right here with Topuria. That's what I think. But Arman talks like he's going to retire when he wins the title too, or if he wins the title. So I don't know what's up with these fighters, bro. The lightweight division is going to look a lot different in a few years. A lot different. We're going to have no Islam, who's already gone. No Ilia. No Charles. All these fighters are going to retire. No Arman. No Gaethje. No Dustin. No Max. No Dan Hooker. Come on, bro. Do you like Charles? Yes, I like Charles. Charles is one of my favorite fighters. Definitely could win this fight for sure. But right now I'm leaning Ilia. Jones versus Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar makes his return. Just let them juice and see what happens for the baddest PED user. That would be fun, bro. We will have Tony as undisputed champ in 2030. He told me when I met him. Yeah, maybe when all these lightweight fighters, retire, they bring back Tony Ferguson. And he cuts back down to lightweight. Jones versus Arlovsky. That's lore accurate John Jones right there at heavyweight. Probably going to call out freaking Randy Couture. Charles is my favorite fighter. That's valid. I feel like Charles is like the majority of UFC fans' favorite fighter. Your 3 least favorite fighters. Sean Strickland, definitely up there. 3 least favorite. Is there 3 fighters I just can't stand? Maybe Manel Kopp. I don't like Manel Kopp, bro. He looks like Kendrick Lamar. We're Team Drake over here, so. Dang, I gotta think of a third one. Another fighter I just don't like. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I'm not a hater like that, bro. Can't believe Islam vacated me either, bro. My boy Justin is back in the chat. What's up, Justin? But yeah, I cannot believe they forced Islam to vacate. And they're not forcing Jones to vacate. Make it make sense, bro. Make it make sense. We were inches away from Jones versus Tuivasa. Dude, when Tuivasa fought Cyril Gane, bro, imagine. That fight would have went a lot quicker than even the Cyril Gane fight. That would have been, dude. In hindsight, looking back on that, that would have been the worst fight in UFC history. If Tai Tuivasa would have beat Cyril Gane, we would have got Tuivasa versus Jones, guys. We would have been living in a crazy timeline. Thoughts on the pointless, irrelevant Moicano versus Dariush? Yeah, honestly, I don't love the matchmaking. I think it'll be a okay fight. It'll be a sick fight still, but I'd rather have seen Moicano and Gamrot and Dariush fight Mauricio Rufy. That's what I think. That's what I think. Let's scroll down over here. Colby's weak. Islam, my glorious king. Facts. Hey, do y'all think Islam beats JDM? Because that fight opened up at even odds. Islam at even odds, I might have to take it. Tuivasa chins Jones. Bro, imagine the timeline if Tai Tuivasa would have went out there, fought John Jones, and chinned him. Imagine. Do I like Colby? Actually, no, I don't like Colby. Maybe. I don't know if he's one of my 3 least favorite, though, but I don't really like Colby. I used to like Colby. Not really anymore. The news is very disappointing. Yeah, not what we wanted, but hey, this is a banger fight. Topuria versus Charles, two of the bigger names in the sport. It's not a one-sided fight by any means. It is not. It is not. But yeah, I kind of wish it was for an interim title. I think that confirms Islam's not coming back down. That's what I think. And he's not going to want to cut that weight again anyway when he gets used to 170. He might only have one more fight, guys. That's a sad reality. If Islam wins the welterweight title, does he defend it or does he retire? I don't know. I don't know. JDM by decision? Dude, I just want a banger fight. Hey, where do y'all put Islam on the GOAT list if he goes out there and beats JDM? Becomes double champ. Or not technically double champ. But where would y'all put Islam on a GOAT list? Where would y'all put him? No way he retires? I don't know. I just feel like he won't feel like he has anything to prove anymore. Maybe not. Hopefully he starts his second title reign. But he's got to get through JDM. That's a tough test. Very tough test. Top 3. You'd put Islam top 3? I agree. I'd put him number 2. I'd put him over GSP. Uncut MMA with the Rose. I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you. Ilia by stoppage. Yeah, I think he's going to finish this one. Islam gets knocked out. Islam by Doris. You would put Islam 4th all time, 4 or 5. Everybody's saying top 5. Greater than Habib. I agree. I think he's already greater than Habib. I don't know about least favorite fighter, but least favorite fan bases has to be Ilia, Islam, and Strickland. I agree with the Strickland take. If Islam beats JDM, he's top 6, maybe higher. Maybe higher than Mighty Mouse. If Islam beats I think Islam already has an argument for top 2. I think he's top 3 right now. I mean, look at the quality of wins, bro. Everybody hates on his wins. But he beat Volkanovski. We don't have to count the second one, but it's not Islam's fault. Everybody tries to blame that on Islam like it's his fault. He beat Volk 1.5 times. He beat and submitted Charles Oliveira. Keep in mind, he's finishing these guys as well. Beat an old Dustin Poirier, but that was one of the better versions of Dustin we've ever seen. And then submitted Moicano in 1 round, which, again, not his fault. Should have been Arman. Arman pulled out, and Charles pulled out. So we got short notice Volk and short notice Moicano. Not his fault at all. And I'm talking about Twitter and TikTok fans, not just followers. Yeah. UFC fan bases, they got some glazers, bro. Islam top 10. Yeah, he's already top 10 for sure. There should be no argument against him being top 10 right now. I think if Islam becomes double champ and defends twice against decent opponents, he's the GOAT. I agree. Absolutely agree with that take. Islam got knocked out in the UFC, though. Yes, he did. Yes, he did, but that was his second fight ever. His second UFC fight. He got called. It happens. He's about to break the record for longest UFC win streak, by the way, too. These people say Islam isn't even top 20. That is crazy. That's delusional. Must be Islam haters, bro. There's no way. Is Bo Nickel a fraud? As of right now, yes. He's got some improving to do, but I think he'll get better. I think he'll bounce back. Hey, bro, I'm Vancouver, Canada. Shout out Vancouver. Nice videos, fries in the bag though. You ain't hitting the 40 filter. Facts, bro. We're gonna keep doing it though. We're gonna keep doing it. Who is more likely to win their fight? JDM? Oh, that's a good question. More likely to win JDM over Islam or Charles over Ilia? What do y'all think? Who's more likely to win, JDM or Charles? I'm gonna. Islam slick, bro. I'm gonna say JDM. I think Jack Della right there. Pantoja on a dominant reign right now. Facts. Doesn't look like he's losing anytime soon, but his chin's gonna get cracked at some point. I think it's gonna get cracked at some point. GSP also got knocked out, but he's still one of the GOATs. Facts. See. W take. GSP also lost to Johnny Hendricks that nobody wants to talk about. See, this is the thing with MMA fans, bro. It's always a double standard everywhere. GSP fans, people think GSP is the GOAT. are the same people that say, yeah, Jones should have lost to Reyes. Okay, GSP should have lost to Johnny Hendricks. I don't make the rules, bro. I don't make the rules. What's your thoughts on Max versus Dustin? I think it's a sick fight. I'm going to try to go see that event in person. That's what we're going to try to do. Try to stream it or just do like a little vlog video, I guess. But yeah, we got to get the tickets are pricey, bro. But I think Max wins right as of right now. I'm leaning towards Max. Bilal got hands like Shakur. Bilal looked good. Bilal looked good in that fight. Hendricks was low key juicing bad though. Yeah, I think they all were, bro. I don't think GSP was so innocent himself, bro. W hope Max wins. Yeah, I'm going for Dustin since it's his last fight, but I don't want either of them to lose. Who's better at wrestling, Ilia or Charles? I don't have enough info on Ilia's wrestling right now to say Charles. I think Charles is one of the best wrestlers in that division. So from the sample size we've got, I would say Charles. But yeah, I'm curious to see the grappling exchanges for sure. For sure. How do you think you match up against the Gorilla? We talked about this before. How do I match up against the Gorilla? Okay, the Gorilla's going to be a little bit smaller than me. I'm definitely going to have the reach advantage, so I'm probably going to try to stay on the outside, touch him up with the jab a few times. You know, he's got good power, so I got to watch out, but I got a granite chin, so he's going to be throwing big, meaty hooks. He's going to be throwing the overhand. I'm probably just going to time the overhand, shoot the single leg, high crotch him, get him down, because Gorilla have good striking, he have good power, but nobody check the grappling. So I'm probably going to Darce choke him till he goes to sleep, and then have my way with him. That's crazy. That is crazy. Hots on Osman. Y'all are funny, bro. Y'all are funny. 100 gorillas versus casual take. I got casual low diff. Facts, bro. Facts. It's a real fan right there. Casual take versus Francis. I know, bro. The fight we all wanted to see, but oops. The fight we all wanted to see, but things happen, man. Charles by sub, that's not ridiculous. That's not ridiculous to say that. Good to see you. What's up, Shane? What's up? Marab or Sean right now. I'm leaning Marab. But I think we're gonna see we better see a better version of Sean O'Malley. Because I mean he did basically nothing in the last fight. Except for the last minute or so when he hurt him to the body, but he was injured. That's what I'm hearing. He was injured, so hopefully a better performance from Sean this time around. Khamzat winning? I think so. I think so. But I could see Dracus taking him to deep waters. And then I think that could be fight of the year as well. Can Dracus survive the first round? I don't know. I don't know. Who's better, BJJ, Islam, or Charles? Well, just straight BJJ, it's hard not to say Charles, but Islam submitted him. So Islam's a better grappler. Are you a southpaw or a northpaw? Or a northwest paw? I'm a northpaw. I'm a northpaw. Northeast paw, usually. Silverback, who give him? Facts. I choked out my dog when he bit me. Hey, what'd you hit him with? Just a rear naked? Guillotine? Darce? Drake is going to use Doodle Bob's eraser to erase Khamzat, bro. Facts. You should do more bar fight filters. I actually got one of those lined up for tomorrow. Spoiler alert. Maybe I'm too unk status, but I don't know why Sean's so popular. You talking about Sean O'Malley? Sean O'Malley? Yeah, I mean, one of the most entertaining fighters in the UFC, in my opinion. Don't necessarily love everything that he does, but I'm always hyped for an O'Malley fight. He always puts on well, not always. That didn't last time, but usually puts on a show, especially on the feet. As of right now, I think Shavkat loses to everyone in the top 5, in my opinion. Shavkat losing to everybody in the top 5. That's not crazy. That's not necessarily crazy. I mean, who's in the top 5? Brady? I think that's a banger fight. I think that's 50-50. Welterweight. Is Usman still top 5? I think that's a really good fight, too. Usman and Shavkat, I'd lean slightly towards Shavkat because Usman's old. But in his prime, Usman would definitely beat Shavkat. But yeah, I don't think Shavkat loses to all the top five, but he definitely loses to some. I don't think he beats all of them. Who'll give him facts? Arm triangle on the dog. Hey, shout out to Justin. Shout out to Justin. Barraged by the power of love. Yeah, gonna be kissing him on the back again. Shavkat so overrated. Facts. Facts, bro. Very overrated in my opinion. Do you think Poatan ever goes to heavyweight? Hmm. Maybe he tries it. We'll have to see what happens. I can see him trying it actually. I think Potan's gonna fight Ankalaev. I thought they were gonna fight at 319. I guess not. So maybe 320, 321 at the latest. I hope. So I think Ankalaev's gonna beat Poatan again, and then maybe he tries it at heavyweight before he retires. Maybe he does. Maybe he does. Definitely got to get Tom and John out of the way first, though. Heavyweight sucks, bro. We need some life. I wouldn't mind Poatan moving up, but after John Jones is gone, or if John Jones beats, if Jones ends up fighting Aspinall and beats him, he could welcome Pereira. I think the UFC would gladly do that at that point. Armand, round one submission. Justin, no ground game. Yeah, Armand beats up Justin. I think he beats up Justin bad. Yeah, we've seen Armand get rocked before though. But yeah, I'd pick Armand. I believe Ilia could defeat Charles, but I don't know about Islam. I don't think Ilia would have beat Islam. I don't think we're getting that fight anymore, but I don't think he would beat him. I don't know why Izzy doesn't move up to light heavyweight where the more dominant style is striking. He definitely could. He definitely could. Light heavyweight, I think middleweight's a lot better than light heavyweight too. You're right, a lot more well-rounded fighters, and they got younger fighters it seems. Imagine Izzy versus Yuri, bro. I'd be torn. I would be torn, but that'd be a sick fight. I bet you could take 100 gorillas. I don't know about fighting though. He said pause, bro. If you think anybody besides Islam can beat Shavkat, just look at his face. Shout out to Justin for choking out his dog. Facts. Hey, shout out Justin in the chat. He arm triangled his dog, apparently. I don't know why Izzy. Oh, we already read that one. Pereira has like 2 fights left in him. Book Jones versus Aspinall, Gone versus Pereira. Yeah. Also, I'm curious. Well, heavyweight's just so bad right now. If Pereira decides to move up and there's not a clear number one contender, he could fight straight for the belt. He definitely could. But yeah, maybe they let him fight Cyril Gane or Volkov. Sean Brady or JDM. Ooh, that's a banger fight. Brady or JDM. Dude, I don't know. Maybe Brady. I'm kind of leaning Brady slightly. Slightly. That's a 50-50 fight. Do you watch any other sports? Yeah, bro, I love sports. Football, basketball, really just football, basketball, UFC. I don't watch PFL or any of that. Islam or Habib. In a fight, I'd go Habib, but all time, I'd say Islam. Kaikar France or Pantoja. Right now, I'm leaning towards Pantoja, but Kaikar France definitely could be a live underdog in that fight. In your opinion, who's a better grappler, Islam or Habib? I would say Habib. More dominant. More dominant. Better control as well, I think. DDP by looking at Khamzat. DDP turns him to stone. Is that what y'all think? Like Medusa? It just turns him to stone as soon as the bell rings. Patty, future champion? Yes. And the reason I say that, well, Patty is good. He continues to prove us wrong, right? He looks great, looks better and better every single fight. But the lightweight division is about to get cleared out. The lightweight division is about to get cleared out. Everybody's retiring. So, yes, I think Patty, it definitely opens up a spot for Patty. Do you think Islam was stripped or did he actually vacate? I don't know, bro. It sounds like they forced him to vacate, but maybe they gave him a little. Maybe Dana gave him a little something, something. I don't know what that is, but I don't know, man. I don't know. DDP by Mario Kart Banana Peel. Yeah, facts. DDP is going to have all the items in his inventory, bro. He's going to be pulling out all the tricks. Make a video of reading the Stream East comment section. Those comments be going crazy, bro. They are wild. Brady's so stubborn, it seems like people can't adapt to the pressure. If Brady is an underdog versus JDM, that's money. I wonder who would. I bet it'd be close. I bet the odds would be close. Caio or Anthony Hernandez. Dude, Fluffy is on a roll, bro. But so is Caio. I'd go Caio. I'm leaning Caio right now. That'd be a fun fight. Be a good fight. Can you do top 10 worst noses in the UFC? That could be funny. Remember when you made the prediction that Patty will be a number one contender by the end of the year? I said Patty will enter the top 5, but your prediction is getting close, man. I know. Hey, everybody on TikTok, or if you're on YouTube, go look at my pinned post on TikTok. My hot takes for the year of 2025 in the UFC are aging like fine wine. I predict these things, guys. I don't know how many times I got to say it. But yeah, we said Patty will jump into the top 5. I think he's like 6 or 7 right now. Yeah, I think so. Patty's so overrated. I don't think he's overrated anymore, bro. He's improving every single fight. Definitely getting better. Patty's huge too. Facts. Facts. Who do you think Yuri is fighting next? Well, if Pereira and Uncle Ab's gonna get booked, I would say Yuri versus Carlos Olberg. Bilal got blue shell for sure. Patty used to be overrated, has shown improvements last few fights. Exactly. Getting better and better. Shamil Ghazi versus John Jones, that's not even close. Give me Shamil in 1. It'll be done in 1. Who do you think won Merab versus Umar? I personally got Umar. Guys, my nose is itching. But Merab styled on him round 4 and 5. The reason, damn. I think Merab won the fight, but I could see you giving it to Umar. I could see you giving it to Umar. Merab just started taunting at the end, and the ref started giving it to him. So the last rounds were close. Merab just started taunting, and the fans were on his side, so it looked like Merab was winning. But I still think he won slightly. UFC 320. Is this confirmed? You're not supposed to be leaking this, Justin. Casual take versus Daniel Cormier. Co-main event, Derek Lewis versus Ronda Rousey, man. Not supposed to be leaking that. Not supposed to be leaking that. Yuri is done. Why is Yuri done? He's coming off a win. Coming off a knockout victory. Olberg's a kick merchant. Thoughts on Aldo's loss? It was sad, bro. Jose Aldo was on his way to winning that fight and he gassed. So, close fight, though. Close fight. Does Moreno deserve a rematch with Pantoja? Not right now. Maybe if he wins one more. I'd say if he wins one more. I think the Riddler destroys Bobby Knuckles in under 2 rounds. Bet the house. That would be crazy, bro. The Riddler. The Riddler special, bro. He's just like Drakus. Just like Drakus. Taunting isn't winning, though. I know, bro. It looks good on the scorecards, I guess. It looks good to the judges. Cheeto is out via versus Batista. Is that real? Is Cheeto Vera out? Hey, y'all fact check that. Is Cheeto Vera out of his fight at 316? I don't know. Let's check that. Let's check that real quick. 1 second, y'all. Is Cheeto Vera out? Is Cheeto Vera out? I want to see Batista get mauled. Dude, I don't even want to see Batista fight. Yeah, unless he's fighting Tom Aspinall or John Jones. Does Moreno deserve a rematch? No, not right now. I think he needs to win one more. I think he needs to win one more. Yuri is not being champ again. I don't know. He's a tough fight for Ankalaev, but yeah, I agree. I agree. But Yuri, second favorite fighter. Would love to see him as champ again. Imagine Yuri versus DDP, bro. That would be the goofiest fight I've ever seen, and I would love it. Absolutely love it. We need Dricus Du Plessis versus the Riddler, though. We need that. Conor McGregor. Guys. Conor McGregor coming back. Conor McGregor's coming back. Maybe. Probably not, but maybe. And a slice of cheese is the payout for casual take. UFC 400, John Jones versus his wife. Co-main, Michael Chandler versus Arman. Hey, is this his actual nickname? Is RDR's actual nickname the Riddler? Or did I make that up? Did I start that, guys? Did I start that? That's just what I call him, the Riddler. The Riddler. Who do you got, Charles Oliveira or Euphoria? Topuria. I got Ilia. I got Ilia, but tough. I'm gonna say Ilia Topuria medium diff. Medium diff. Not low diff, but medium diff. The Riddler is long, technical, and nasty. Ugh, nasty with the body work. I feel like I'm only one questioning how Aldo dropped him and still lost a round. Like, what happened to the damage Trump saw? Yes, Aldo did drop him, but did he not get dropped later in that round? He got cut bad in that round. He got cut bad. He is out. Check Burt MMA on Instagram. Usually has real MMA news. Is Mario Bautista out? He's out. Check it. Burt MMA on Instagram. Is Mario Bautista out? Burt MMA. Is this a legit source or am I getting trolled? Cheeto Vera out of his fight in Newark. The replacement fighter is very interesting. I don't know. I don't know if that's legit. Maybe. Maybe it is. Maybe he is out. McGregor just teased a comeback. Is he watching the stream? McGregor usually tunes in. He probably is. Mario Bautista's fighting Fedor? Dang, bro. Dang. I got Mario Bautista. My boring decision. Bro, please just answer the question. What happens after Volk fights Movzar? I'm gonna be honest. If Volk beats Movzar, he's gonna petition to move back up and try to get a rematch with Ilia. That's what's gonna happen. I promise you. I don't promise you, but I feel pretty confident that's what's gonna happen. Yep, Connor's watching with our boy Sam. W Sam. W Sam. Connor's fighting again 100%. The earth is also flat. Hey, who got Bryce Mitchell in my stream, guys? Fedor stepping up on short notice. Just do Mario Bautista versus Volk. Let's let Volk piece him up, mate. Confirmed main event: John Jones on PEDs versus Tom Comane. The Rizzler versus Hasbullah. The Rizzler versus Hasbullah. Who y'all got? I got Hasbullah. I think I got Hasbullah. He's got the hands. Who you got, Islam or JDM? I got Islam right now. That's a tough fight, though. That is a tough fight. Please don't make Emo Lopez champ. Ilia versus Charles, guys. Are y'all excited? UFC 317? Dude, we're actually in for a treat. After we get past the UFC 316 card, that card is mid. It's not great. They got O'Malley. They think O'Malley's Conor McGregor. He's not. He is not. Your Cavs just got eliminated. Did the Cavs just lose? They're not my team, dog. My team just got the #1 overall pick. My team's finna get Cooper Flag, baby. Cavs just got eliminated. Did they actually, bro? If Volk wins, he has to retire. I don't think he's going to give it up, bro. I don't think Volk's going to retire till he gets knocked out again. And I hate to say that. I hate to say it. It's sad, but probably pretty likely. I don't want to see Volk versus John Silva if he keeps winning. I don't want to see it. I don't. He's still very chinny. What's your picks? All right, yeah, let's look at my early picks for UFC 317. Starting with Tracy Cortez and guys, I'm not gonna act like a super hardcore. I have no idea. I'm probably not gonna watch this fight. Probably gonna go to the bathroom. Give me Tracy Cortez. Yeah, let's just roll with that. Justin Tafa versus Denise. Denise, is this the guy that fought Marcin Tybura? Is that him? Yeah, he was undefeated until he fought Tybura, and I think he lost. I think he got finished. So this could be a spot where Tafa wins, but dude, the Tafa brothers suck. They suck. They're not good. Tracy could choke me out any day. Facts. Yeah, the Tafa brothers are not good. So I'm always fading Tafa. Jack Hermanson, Gregory Rodriguez. This could be a war. Crafty Jack Hermanson. This could be a war. Nico gonna trade that pick for defense? God, I hope not, bro. I hope not. JDM's nose looked like Rich Franklin's after the spider put a Muay Thai clinch and spammed them knees. Facts. Facts. I remember watching that on UFC Unleashed back in the day. My boy Anderson Silva. That was my first favorite fighter. Him and Rampage Jackson Who wins, Conor McGregor or Michael Chandler at this point? Conor. At this point, I don't think it's crazy to pick Conor at all. How many fights in a row has Michael Chandler lost? 4? Wait, 5? No. 4. I think 4. Tracy ain't winning. Definitely won't be the favorite. Yeah, I don't know anything about that other girl, I'm going to be honest. Not even going to attempt to pronounce that. I think Volk's biggest threat at 145 is John Silva, strictly because of his power, but his conditioning hasn't been tested. True. That is true. How many wins does Chandler have in the UFC? He has 2, right? Dan Hooker in his debut, and then Tony Ferguson. Yep, 2. I think he's 2-5. 2-5 in the UFC. Also agree O'Malley is mid. Only popular among TikTok kids, yeah. I like O'Malley. Love watching him fight. Not my favorite fighter, but yeah. Book Mario Bautista versus Khamzat. I want to see something. Did you see Marab beat up the Gorilla Facts? I saw it. I saw it. Most overrated fighter. Y'all know how I feel, man. Most overrated fighter in UFC history. Tony Ferguson. Y'all don't want to hear it, but it's Tony Ferguson, bro. It is Tony Ferguson. I hear people saying all the time, maybe it's little kids, I don't know. But prime Tony Ferguson would it be Habib? Come on, bro. Come on, Brody. Not even close. That fight would have not even been close. Tony Ferguson does not beat half the ranked lightweights today if he was in his prime. He doesn't. Let's run through them. Okay? We're going to use Islam too. Does Tony Ferguson beat Islam? No. Does he beat Charles Oliveira in his prime? No. Does he beat Ilia Topuria? No. Does he beat Arman Sarukian? No. Does he beat Gaethje? No. Does he beat prime Dustin Poirier? Or Dustin Poirier today? No. We can keep going, bro. Does he beat prime Beneil Dariush, man? People forget about prime Benny, man. Dude, Beneil Dariush, I was wrong about Benny, bro. I thought Beneil Dariush was the next biggest threat to Islam, bro. I did. I thought he was going to beat Charles. I thought he was going to beat Charles, bro. L take. L take. Islam is the lightweight GOAT. I agree. I agree. Islam 1, Habib 2, Charles 3? Probably. Especially if he beats Topuria. Maybe if, yeah, I'd say 3. Now the most underrated. Ooh, the most underrated fighter in the UFC. Who is my favorite fighter? Israel Adesanya. Okay, most underrated fighter in the UFC. That's a good question. Ooh, I'm gonna say Joel Alvarez. I'm gonna say Joel Alvarez. I believe he's moving up to welterweight right now. He could be a problem. He was at lightweight. He could be a problem, bro. He is good. Has 2 losses on his record. One of them being to Arman Sarukian, which he got beat up bad. But he's on a win streak right now. He's on a win streak. All right, how many wins? 2-5. Still co-mains. Crazy how far your mouth can get you. Just ask Tito's ex-wife. That was said by Joe Rogan. Andre Lima is extremely underrated. Or Felipe Lima. It's just the Lima boys, I guess. Just the Lima beans. The Lima beans. Your UFC Mount Rushmore. Okay, this is a good question right here. Ilia versus Islam. Who you got? I got Islam. Don't think it's happening, though. Okay. UFC Mount Rushmore. Is that 4? Right? I need to go back to school, bro. 4. I think it's 4. So, okay. I might have made a video on this like a long time ago. But you got to put John Jones there. He's the greatest of all time. I would say, ooh, that's a good question, bro. Conor McGregor has to be there. I don't care. Conor McGregor, for what he did for the sport, has to be on the Mount Rushmore. So I go with Jones, McGregor. Dude, I'm between a couple. Do I go GSP or Anderson Silva? I'm going to say GSP and Ronda Rousey. John Jones, Conor McGregor, GSP, Ronda Rousey. That is my Mount Rushmore. That is my Mount Rushmore. Do you think Dustin's a top 5 lightweight of all time? Yes. I would probably put him 4. Probably 4th. Even though he never won a title. Islam and BJ Penn, top lightweights of all time. Islam, yes. BJ Penn, no. That was a nasty line by him. Anderson, Jones, GSP, Hoist Gracie. Yeah, I like that. You could throw Hoist Gracie for sure. I feel like McGregor has to be in there, though. I feel like McGregor has to be in there. He has to be. He's the most popular fighter by far. By far. Mighty Mouse, GSP, Jones. Is this your Mount Rushmore? You stream? Just started streaming. This is my, 3rd stream ever? Yeah, we just started on Saturday at UFC 315. I was commentating, guys. They said I should be next to Joe Rogan in DC. We were commentating. This is my 3rd stream. Yeah, we just started. I'm not in the other chat. Did they find that Tito comment funny? I think they did, man. I think they did. You can hate McGregor all you want, but you can't deny his impact. Facts. He's had the most impact on the UFC from anybody. Post more casual quizzes and wavelength. I watch and like everyone. I appreciate you, Liam. Hey, W Liam in the chat. W Liam. Yeah, definitely going to keep the wavelengths and the quizzes coming for sure. For sure. BJ Penn, top 5 CTE of all time, bro. He needs to be studied. We're going to post a video, guys. UFC fighters that need to be studied. We're going to put BJ Penn in there. They need to dissect his brain. Or maybe they don't. Maybe they don't because they might shut down the UFC if they did that. The CTE is crazy. It is crazy. Love your vids. Watch every day. I appreciate you, Nicholas. Hey, we're trying to get big, bro. We're trying to do this full time. We got a long way to go. Are you hyped for Kai Kara France? Not necessarily. I wouldn't say hyped. It's a good fight, but I'm not going to lose sleep over it. I will about the main event, though. It's a great main event. Ilia, McGregor, Jones, Bryce Mitchell. If Islam becomes a double champ, where would you rank him on the GOAT list? 2nd. I'd put him 2. If he beats JDM, I'll put him 2nd all time. Excuse me. He'd be close to 1st. He would be really close to 1st. I already have Islam 2. I'm not mad if you think Islam's the GOAT at that point. I'm not. I just pray Pantoja can come back all right after the Kai Kara France fight. You think Kai Kara France has got it? Is that what you're saying? You're picking Kai Kara France? Valid. All my GOATs need their brains checked, Sally. BJ Penn, Nick Diaz, John Jones. Yeah. We got to do some scans, bro. We got to do some brain scans. I don't know what is wrong with BJ Penn. Literally everything. Can't wait to goon while watching Tracy Cortez like we all do. That is crazy. That was said by Thanasis Antetokounmpo. 317 predictions. Yeah, we got Ilia, leaning towards Ilia, but tough fight. Don't count out Dubronx. Leaning Pantoja. Leaning Dariush. Leaning Manel Kopp. Paulo Costa. What do y'all think about Costa and Roman Kopylov? What do y'all think? Ugh. That's a tough one. I want to see Paulo Costa get that done. I like Kopylov, but I want to see Costa in the win column, bro. Let's see. How long before Pantoja is on the GOAT list? Bro, if he keeps winning, he'll find himself on the GOAT list for sure. People just disrespect flyweight. It's unfortunate, but, yep. No big names at flyweight, unfortunately. Max is getting more and more CTE as well, sadly. Yeah. Who's Joe? Who's Joe? I don't know who's Joe. Ilia as well. Same exact drill. He's arguably had the most impact for their sport of any combat sports athlete ever. No singular boxer has ever carried boxing like McGregor did MMA. Facts. McGregor, the star power that McGregor has and had is unmatched. It's insane. Thoughts on Tony Ferguson? We were just talking about Tony Ferguson. The most overrated, the most overglazed fighter of all time. He doesn't beat any of the top 5 lightweights today. Prime Tony Ferguson, I'm talking. Not Tony Ferguson today, obviously. Prime Tony Ferguson would be ranked like 10. And that's facts. That is facts. All was huge, but he didn't popularize. Oh, Ali was huge, but didn't popularize boxing. Neither did Tyson Frazier or any other boxer. Facts. What McGregor has done has never been done before. Probably will never be done again. Roman Kopylov gets it done by decision. I can see it. I can see it. Dude, Kopylov. Who was Kopylov fighting? Who did he fight last? He fought somebody, knocked him out with 1 second left, and it was a questionable stoppage. Who was that? Y'all tell me who that was. Who was Roman Kopylov fighting when he knocked him out right at the bell? Because I had Roman Kopylov by decision, and he knocked him out at 4:59 in round 3. It was Chris Curtis. Was it Chris Curtis? Yes, Liam, Chris Curtis. Appreciate you, Liam. Hey, Liam. And Adrian. Yeah, bro. We had Kopylov by decision, bro. My Discord had Kopylov by decision, and that was the worst beat I've ever had in my life. That was the worst. Thoughts on Usman? I think he's officially washed. It's hard to say. He hasn't been in the octagon since the Chimaev fight. Was that 2 years ago? That was a while ago. Dang, bro. That's giving me flashbacks. Is that not the same card? Yeah, that was the same card of Islam versus Volk 2. So, yeah, that's how long ago that was. I'm hoping for Costa to win. I want to see him back up there. I'm delusional. Facts. It was Herzog's fault. Exactly. Lost me money, bro. Come on. Come on, Jason. Paulo on same card as Tracy. Ortega punching that air. That's funny, bro. That is funny. That is funny. Who you got, Ank Poetan 2? I got Ankalaev by knockout. Yep, I got Ankalaev by finish this time. I think he's going to knock him out. Buckley kicks his knee so badly in that fight. Buckley smokes Usman. I'm not going to say smokes him, but yeah, I'm kind of leaning towards Buckley. We don't know what we're going to get from Kamaru Usman. He's a podcaster, brother. He's a podcaster. He's a podcaster, man. What? Thoughts on Canelo hands? Hey, the Canelo hands look kind of sharp. They looked good. They looked good against JDM. Did they not? They looked good, bro. They looked good. If Charles fraud checks Ilia, never believing in a fighter again, bro, we gotta stop talking about fraud checks, bro. Y'all talked about it earlier. Y'all said, is Drakus gonna fraud check Khamzat? If you're in a title fight, if you've put yourself in the position for a title fight, you're not a fraud. You're obviously not a fraud. Especially when you've earned it like Khamzat and Ilia. But yeah, that's a tough fight. Ilia versus Charles is a tough fight. I just joined. Who you got in the co-main? Pantoja, Kaikar, France. Right now, I got Pantoja. We'll see the closer we get. Right now, I got Pantoja. Are you going to end the stream at 9? No, we'll keep going. We'll keep going for a little bit. I'll just end it, I guess, whenever. Just whenever. If Tom and Jones fight, who you got? Jones. I got John Jones. Slightly. It's not crazy if you think Tom wins. But I got Jones. I got Jones via experience. Can't see Pantoja losing anytime soon either. Me either. He's gonna get chinned. That's the only way he's gonna lose to me. Because he gets hit a lot. He does get hit a lot. And it depends on when that chin's gonna crack. You don't see a whole lot of power at flyweight often, but Kaikar France has that power. He knocked out Michael Scott in round 1. Let's not forget that. Dream parlay, Buckley by KO, Ilia by KO, Royval wins by submission, plus Moicano win. You think Royval's going to submit Manel Kape? Hey, if Royval, y'all think this is a number 1 contenders fight? Do y'all think they're going to list this as a number 1 contenders fight? I don't know. We still got Brandon Moreno floating around somewhere. Joining late, thoughts on Jones, Aspinall. I'm going Jones. If that fight happens, we're going to get it in Madison Square Garden. We're probably going to have to wait till November, sadly. If we're getting it, though. But if we get it, hey, I'm happy. I'm telling you, Kaikar France by finish. A lot of people are picking Kaikar France. I'm seeing a lot of Kaikar France in the chat. I'm seeing a lot of that. Number 1 contender fight for sure. Yeah, I think so, too. When do you think Jones and Aspinall fight is going to happen? Madison Square Garden, November. Royval's already number one. Yeah. Love Moreno. Watched him live in Edmonton. But if Brandon wins this, he's next to the title. I agree. I think they got to give Brandon Moreno a title eliminator fight, though. Who did he fight last? Albazi? In light of my last question, who's going to carry the boats? Aspinall wins. He could. Dude, the majority of people on Aspinall, if John Jones, I'm going to tell you this right now. If John Jones is at plus money, I'm taking it. I am taking it. Islam versus JDM right now. I think Islam's slicker. He's got the lighter man skill. I'd go Islam right now, slightly. Do you think McGregor fights again? Not in the UFC. I think he fights somewhere else. I don't think he fights in the UFC. He's been trying to get out of his contract. He's trying to run for president of Ireland now, too. Dude, Dana or the UFC does not want this man out of his contract. They do not. They don't want to let him go. Love your stuff, bro. Easily one of the better MMA TikTok accounts. I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you. You could have said best, but I'm playing. Did you see Ariel interview himself? I did not. I did not see that. Conor McGregor will fight again before GTA 6. When does GTA 6 drop? Is it next? It's 2026, but no. GTA 6 is dropping before Conor. Conor versus Dana before he retires. How often do you stream? This is mad entertaining. I appreciate you, bro. Hey, we're going to set our schedule very soon. I'm thinking Tuesday, Thursdays. Y'all going to have to let me know what works best. And is this a good time to stream? Because apparently I have fans from like all over the world. I got followers all over the world. So what time works best? Does this time work? 8:30 Eastern? Because I'm thinking Tuesday, Thursdays, and maybe Sunday. Maybe we'll try to do 3 times a week. What do y'all think? I appreciate you, though. Is this a W stream? Yeah, bro. I like just hanging out, reading chat, talking to you guys. A lot of fun. It's a lot of fun for me. A lot of fun. When do you think Islam fights against JDM? I saw something. I don't know if it was real, but it said that JDM wants to fight very soon, like within 2 months. But I think Islam's going to take a minute to bulk up. I think it's going to take a little bit to bulk up. Let's see. August is booked. September, maybe. No way. No way they go to Abu Dhabi. Dude, we might not get it till December. We might not get that until December, bro. Right? Because the reason I say that is or maybe, dude, I don't know. Maybe they have 2 events in October or something. Maybe they'll do 2 events in November or October. Yeah. Otherwise, yeah, something like that. I don't know. My birthday is going to be this year. Hey, mine too. Hey, can you sing happy birthday for me? Hey, let me know when it's your birthday, bro. Let me know when it's your birthday. We'll sing you happy birthday on stream, maybe. Maybe. Hey, I'll get Gamrot on stream. We'll get Mateus Gamrot on stream. Why not Perth September? Is that confirmed? Are they going back to Perth? If so, then yes, JDM. Put JDM and Volk on there. Love your content. My go-to during cardio in the gym. Hey, I appreciate you, Larry. That's what I've been doing the same thing, bro. I've been listening to just people talk about MMA when I'm running or whatever in the gym. That's a W compliment. I appreciate that, for real. Thoughts on Nasruddin Imavov? He's tough. I want to see Imavov versus Caio Borralho, though. I want to see that fight. I think Imavov wins that one. Slightly lean Imavov. Have you heard of John Vettel? I don't know if I'm saying that right. He's an up-and-coming Norwegian lightweight. And I seriously believe Norway finally has a fighter who could put us on the map. Are you from Norway? Hey, shout out you. Shout out Norway. John Vetti Sorry, I can't say that name. Furenheim. Okay. Bro's been fighting since he was like 15. He's hella entertaining. I have not heard of him. I am not familiar with Bro's game. But yeah, that would be sick. Norwegian champion be sick. Or contender. I'm watching the stream while playing Minecraft. Hey, shout out Adrian. Yeah, is Perth gonna? Is the UFC going back to Australia this year? Where'd they go earlier? Was it Sydney? Was it Sydney? Watching the stream while driving. Come on, Michael. Hey, lock in on the road, gang. Lock in on the road. Don't let my handsome face distract you, bro. Don't want to be out here taking lives like that. Rip Topuria. Facts. Russia versus Australia, 2 title fights. I saw a poster for that. That was sick. Inactivity detected in your live, bro. Come on. They did this last time. How I'm inactive. Can y'all still hear me on TikTok? Okay, I think we're back up. Favorite card of all time? UFC 300. Definitely UFC 300. I know that's the casual answer, bro, but that's what you're getting. UFC 300, bro. My butt was on the couch for 7 hours straight. It was awesome. It was awesome. Watching the stream while trying to pass out. It's 4 a.m. here. Hey, y'all let me know what time y'all want me to stream, though. Is this a good time to stream? Because, like, everybody's on different schedules here. Watching while drunk driving, bro. That is a crazy statement. That is a crazy statement. Yeah, favorite card all time is definitely UFC 300. Definitely UFC 300. For sure. For sure. Or you, I wouldn't say favorite card. My favorite moment all time is Izzy knocking out Pereira. Sickest moment of all time for me. I think that's the craziest moment. And I'm biased because Izzy's my favorite fighter. Can you picture Gane and Aspinall fighting before the Jones and Aspinall fight? Dude, I thought that Dana was about to announce that today. I really did. I thought that he was going to announce that. I was getting worried. I was hearing rumors that Aspinall was getting fed up, wanting to fight. But, yeah, it sounds like they're really trying their hardest. Dana's trying his hardest to get Jones and Aspinall. So, hopefully we get it. I'm tired of talking about it. But, yeah, hopefully we get it. UFC 217 was dope. Was 217 Jones Cormier or was that 214? Because one of those was my favorite. Yeah, Jones versus DC2 was my first ever live event that I watched. Live pay per view. Was not there, but I watched it on my computer. Dubronk's getting the belt back. Hey, shout out Dubronx. Maybe so. I hope so. Look, I hope so. I don't think so, but it's not ridiculous at all. Not ridiculous at all. 214, was that Jones Cormier too? What was 217? What was UFC 217? Oh, GSP versus Bisping. Yeah, I didn't watch that one. I know what you're talking about, but yeah, I didn't watch that one. Izzy versus. I remember that when that was happening too, bro. Michael Bisping, GSP really took the easy fight with Michael Bisping there. Didn't want to move up earlier. I got you. I see how it is. I see how it is. Do you know what would have been a sick fight? Actually, been a really technical, hardcore fight. GSP versus Whitaker. GSP versus Robert Whitaker would have been fire. Izzy versus Pereira is your favorite moment. You lost a fan. Come on, bro. You cannot lie. That moment was sick. That moment was sick. I think the Masvidal KO one of the best moments. Facts. For sure. Definitely one of the best moments. Kaikar France and New. Big fan. Hey, I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you. Topuria claps. Yeah, I agree. I think Topuria wins too, but I'm not gonna say he sits here and runs through him. If he does, I mean, shout out Topuria, but I'm gonna be sad. Maybe a little bit earlier. Stream a little bit earlier. Is that what you're saying? All right. I'll keep that in mind. 299 was amazing as well. Yes, dude. We got blessed. The UFC was cooking. 299 and 300 back to back were insane. They were insane. Hey, shout out Alex Pereira. I think that's his name. Shout out Alex Pereira, bro. Thank you, dude. Thank you. $20 on Topuria by KO is pretty easy bet. I'm not gonna lie. I think Topuria is going to be. Dude, he's gonna be a big favorite. I think he's gonna be like a minus 270. That's my prediction. He's gonna be like a minus 270 favorite. So he might even be favored by KO, honestly. Hey, shout out Alex Pereira fan. W Alex in the chat for the one hat and the 19 roses, bro. Yes, sir. W Alex. 298 was good too. It was good until the main event, bro. Whoever freaking, I don't know, they tried to fool us. They tried to get us. They tried to get us, bro. They put AI on the screen. Or maybe it was just UFC 5, Volk versus Topuria, bro. I'm not buying it. Volk getting knocked out, okay. I'm not buying it, bro. I am not buying that. Was not real. Was not real. 299 was amazing. Yeah, facts. My first event was 229. Hopped on the hype train right at the moment. Hey, it's a lot of people's first event, but yeah. Conor versus Habib. I want to see something like that again, bro. That was crazy. My first event was Holland versus Wonder Boy. That was a fight night main event, right? Yeah, it had to have been. Yeah. Yeah, Wonder Boy. Yeah, I remember now. Holland broke his hand, couldn't fight anymore. Yeah. They got that they got a commercial together too, bro. Shout out Alex, bro. Shout out Alex. How do you think Movzar versus Volk goes? I believe in Volk's anti-grappling, bro. Especially if he's training with Craig Jones, man. I think Volkanovski wins the decision. Barely. But yeah, I think he can get it done right there. I think he could get it done. I need my glorious King Charles to submit Ilia in the first round. Hey, we almost saw that against Arman Sarukian. We almost saw it. But is Ilia a better grappler than Arman, bro? That's what we got to figure out, because I don't think so. It's hard for me to tell right now, but I don't think so. Maybe he has more of a submission game, but is Ilia getting out of those positions? I don't know. The Darce and the guillotine, I don't know, bro. We got to see it. I was in the live and I heard Adesanya versus Strickland is in 319. Now I can't find anything on it. Did he say that? Did Dana say that? I didn't hear that. I don't think. But that'd be sick. That'd be sick. I think it's a perfect 5-round co-main. I think it's a good co-main. For sure. Hey, anybody on YouTube or TikTok, y'all go follow my YouTube. Subscribe to the YouTube. Follow me on Twitch as well. I just started my Twitch account, bro. Y'all go follow it. Casual Take MMA. I'm going to try to set my schedule very, very soon. I'm thinking we're going to stream Tuesday, Thursday, maybe Sunday. And some events on Saturday. We can do fight companions if I want that. Maybe this weekend. What do y'all think? Should I do a fight companion for the Burns and Morales card? We might do that. We might do that. I swear I heard it now. I feel like I'm tripping. I don't know. I don't remember hearing it, but I'm happy. It makes sense. It makes sense to me. I think Izzy is going to fight soon, and I think it's going to be Strickland. I still get chills whenever I think about Max knocking out Justin. What a sight to witness. Facts, bro. Jumped out of my seat. Jumped out of my seat, bro. Dude, but the thing, my prediction on TikTok, I wasn't posting on YouTube at the time, but I was on TikTok, and my prediction was Max Holloway by decision, bro. They couldn't go one more second. Hey, we called the Max Holloway pick though. Everybody was don't forget, everybody was picking Justin Gaethje before that fight. Almost everybody. I'm here with the underdog locks, bro, per usual. If you double fight companion, be as descriptive as possible. Like breaking down the fights. Ooh, good jab, yeah. All right, they got the front foot battle right there, outside foot battle. 10 on my inner Jet Rogan. I got you. I got you. Should we do that? Should we do a fight companion this weekend on Saturday for the fight night? Y'all let me know. Y'all let me know. Topuria's been clapping these dudes. Hey, yo. And he gonna stay clapping these dudes. Topuria's tough, bro. He's got that unbeatable aura. He's got that aura. How do you see the Topuria and Islam fight going? I saw either a 3rd round KO or 4th round submission. Islam wins. Islam has trouble on the feet, but I think Islam would be able to get him down. And I think Islam would finish him by sub. I really do. Maybe that's crazy to some of y'all, but I think Islam would finish Ilia Topuria. I think Dracus Du Plessis has a good chance of beating Chimaev. I do too, bro. He really does. He really does. That's a close fight. I could see that being fight of the year, honestly. Strickland is beating Adesanya. I hope not, bro. I see you're a Pereira fan. Are you an Adesanya hater? Does that make you an Adesanya hater? Just wondering. Just wondering, bro. DDP by Toon Force. I went nuts. Never been so baffled in my life. I picked Max too, but geez, dude, facts. That was one of the craziest moments I've ever seen live. The top three I can, well, at least recent history I can remember. One of my favorite moments as well. This is gonna be a real hardcore take, guys. This is gonna be a real hardcore take. Hardcore take MMA. Was any unks in the chat remember TJ Dillashaw taking out Renan Barão? I did not watch it live, but I watched it on TV on Spike TV afterwards, bro. When I was getting hype, basically watched it like it was live. But that's one of my favorite moments in UFC history as well. Topuria by KO against Max was like plus 200, and that was Max. Yeah, he's gonna be minus against Charles. He is. Does anybody remember the odds on Topuria Max? Topuria was favorited, but by how much? Dude is never out of stamina. You talking about Drakus? Got to be talking about Drakus. Or no, you're talking about Sean? I don't know. Never out of stamina. Dude's got crazy cardio. Hey, who are you talking about, Blake? Minus 285. Was that Topuria? Dang, bro. Dang. I think Ilia was like minus 180. Hey, what was the odds on Ilia and Max? Does anybody remember? I'm hearing minus 180, minus 280. Adesanya was great in his prime, but I think Strickland pressure and fighting style gave him the decision. Yeah, it's a very, very tough fight. Bad matchup for Izzy. Very bad matchup for Izzy. But Izzy got that dog in him, bro. No pun intended. No joke intended. But he's got that dog in him. Dog bender, baby. Come on. Can Drakus Duplessis make like heavyweight? Yeah, he can, but I don't think he beats Ankalaev. Yeah, I definitely don't think he beats Ankalaev. Yep, I watched it live. I was shocked. Oh, Dillashaw? Yeah, bro. Barão had that can't lose aura back then. Yeah, facts. Was he pound? No, he wasn't pound for pound number one. He was probably pound for pound two. I'm guessing Aldo was Aldo pound for pound one back then, or Jones. I don't remember, but Barão was up there for sure. For sure. I remember as a kid, my favorite fighter was Chuck Liddell. Watched him fight Rich Franklin. Dude, Chuck Liddell was tough. Hey, did anybody in here watch UFC Unleashed on TV back in the day? That's how I got my lore, bro. Do you think Pereira deserved the one, the only? No. I mean, no. I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no. He's only used that for what? John Jones and Connor. I wouldn't say that for Pereira. Pereira is the stuff that he's done is definitely the one and the only deserving. But no, I don't really agree with it. But it was cool. I got to see it live, so it was sick. Caught me by surprise. I was talking about DDP. Oh yeah, with the cardio, facts. Drakus could win that fight, bro. He could. He very could win that fight. Very well could win the fight. When is Casual versus Francis Ngannou? They got to rebook us, bro. They have to rebook us. I don't know. Supposed to be 317, but some things happened. Izzy knocking out Pereira, Max knocking out Justin, O'Malley hitting that knee, probably the best moments that jolted me awake the most from last year. Facts, those are good moments. Hey, what about Dustin? What about Dustin's KO over BSD? That was sick. That was a sick fight. It was like 6 a.m. for me. That knee sent shocks through my body. Dude, that sucks, bro. That sucks for people in different countries who have to wake up early or stay up super late for these fight cards. It may sound ridiculous to compare that knee to those KOs, but still. Now the knee was crazy, bro. It's like a bat, like a baseball bat hitting him in the skull. DDP beats Ankalaev via silly striking. Oh, silly string. Silly string. That's funny, bro. He got one hit knocked out by Rich Franklin. Who, Chuck? Seeing the roofie wheel kick in person was crazy. Hey, were you there? Or are you talking about me? Because it was crazy. Craziest thing I've ever seen. Who else has Dustin beating Max? Said it's his last fight. Right now I'm leaning Max, but yeah, I might lean Dustin the closer we get. The TikTok edits are definitely they definitely might sway me. DDP wins by oopsie doopsie. Book it. Facts. Are you reading the comments? Yes, sir. DDP by falling piano. DDP versus Jones at light heavyweight. Dricus Duplessis via drawing a tunnel on the wall and John Jones accidentally running into it. Give me Dricus. Rashad versus Liddell KO is underrated. Dude, facts. It was brutal. Chuck went out cold, went out bad. Do you think your cousin won against Dan Hooker? um, bias aside, no. Super close, but no. Dan Hooker also had the crowd bias, but Dan Hooker had the damage. But cousin Gamrot was landing some stuff too. He even dropped Hooker at one point. Have you ever seen UFC live? I went to my first live event at UFC 313. First ever live event. Hopefully we can go to some more. I just ordered the UFC 313 poster to put back here. Hopefully going to start a collection. We're going to start a collection every event we go to. We're going to put a poster up. So we got to fix this bare wall, bro. We got to fix that. Why does everyone call DDP boring? Every time I watch him, he's very explosive. He's not. He's definitely not boring. Definitely not boring, bro. Definitely not boring. Jones' ego's too big. He can't make 205 anymore. Yeah, definitely can't. That'd be terrible on his body. I like your videos so much. Please never leave YouTube. Funniest on the platform. Love your vids. I appreciate you, bro. Truly, I appreciate you. Yeah, we're trying to grind this summer. Trying to be posting something every single day for you guys. I was picturing the exact same thing. The Tunnels from Looney Tunes channel. DDP. I wish I became a UFC fan earlier. I missed a lot since I became one late 2022. Yeah, facts. I mean, me too. Me too. I feel like everybody can say that to an extent. But I mean, hey, 2022 is it could be your first card could be UFC 316. It could be. Hey, at least you got to see UFC 300 though. Last year was tough. Last year was awesome. Well, I was picturing the exact same Roadrunner scenario. That's funny, bro. What do you think about stripping Islam from his belt and not John Jones? I hate that. I hate that idea. I don't know why they're forcing Islam to vacate, bro. Makes zero sense. Literally makes zero sense. Does not make any sense to me. Jones should be stripped immediately. Immediately. Who do you think wins, Charles or Ilia? I think Ilia. Right now, I'm thinking Ilia. But Charles is definitely live in that fight. Don't count out my boy Charles Zubronx. Hey, y'all go follow. Y'all go subscribe to the Twitch. We just set it up. I'm going to UFC 316. Marab is going to ragdoll Sean. I think it's going to be more. I want to say it's going to be more competitive, bro. I hope so, bro. I hope Sean puts on a better performance. He should be healthy this time. But yeah, right now it's hard to say. It's hard to pick O'Malley. Definitely really hard to pick O'Malley. But I'm going Marab right now. Dude, we're set for a treat. These upcoming UFC events. We got really 317, 318. We got some good fight nights in June as well. And then we got 319, bro. Hopefully nobody pulls out. Somebody's probably going to pull out of those events. Don't get your hopes up, bro. Don't get your hopes up. Never get your hopes up for a UFC event. If Charles gets Ilia on the ground, Ilia is subbed easy. I wouldn't say easy, but Charles definitely could do it. Definitely could do it. I might sprinkle some money on Charles Oliveira submission. We'll see. We will see. Who wins, Prime, Jose Aldo, or Ilia Topuria? Ooh, that's a fun fight. 145. I would still go Ilia. I believe in the evolution of the game, man. I do. I really do. I think Ilia would crack his chin. Yeah. I think Ilia would crack his chin eventually. I think it'd be a very competitive fight. I think Ilia, if it's a 5-rounder, Ilia gets him out of there in the third. I'd say third. Maybe 1-1 going into the third. I don't know. Every time Ilia Topuria fights, the whole fight week feels like his opponent is a lamb being sent to slaughter. I saw Ilia versus Volk, like the whole week it felt gloomy. Same with Max. Facts, dude. The Ilia Volk fight, dude, I was so nervous. And he got put to sleep. But it was all good, though. It was fake. Whoever made that AI video and streamed it on television was crazy. Ayo followed from YouTube stream. Hey, shout out. I'm not going to lie. I don't know how to say the name, but hey, shout out to you, bro. I appreciate you. W in the chat. Fun fact: Muhammad all had. Do you follow boxing at all? No, I don't. Not really. Not really. More of a UFC guy, as you can tell. Muhammad. Oh, Muhammad Ali. I thought it said Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali had probably the first MMA fight of all time. If you didn't know. Really? I don't know much boxing lore. I'm gonna be honest. I do not. Did you watch the Ilia documentary? I did not, bro. On YouTube, or is there another one? I've seen one on YouTube. I didn't get to watch it though. I think I saved it to my watch later. Did this get announced? Yes. This whole card, UFC 317, not the full card, but all of these fights are announced. Confirmed. Ilia versus Charles for the vacant title. Not interim, vacant lightweight title. Pantoja defending his title against Kaikar France, and then we got some more fights down here. Not the full card, but we got a decent amount of fights. We got a decent amount of fights. Here's a casual take for a top UFC moment. UFC 39 Baroni versus Chad. Is it Chad Mini? I don't know. Yep, I'm not going to sit here and act like I know what that moment is, bro. I was not around for UFC 39, bro. Yo, what's up? My bad for missing the last stream. Hey, McLovin. Hey, you were here in the first stream, though, wasn't you? Shout out McLovin. W. McLovin, bro. Appreciate you joining. What do you think of Islam vacating? I don't think it's right. I wish he wouldn't have vacated, bro. That throws everything out of the window. Islam's not coming back down. Maybe Dana said that he would do the interim title if he promised to come back down after, and he probably didn't agree, so maybe Dana forced him to vacate. I don't know. This card for the feed generations. This is going to be a good card, bro. The headliner is sick. This headliner is sick. You can call me Capo. Is it Capo or Capo? I'm from Georgia, actually, from Ilia Marab's. Hey, shout out Georgia. I'm from Ilia Marab's country. Hey, who's your favorite fighter? Is Ilia your favorite? How do you see 318 going? He got Max, so do I. Facts. I got Max right now, but I think it's gonna be a banger. I think it's gonna be a banger. I think it's going all five. Maybe they stand and trade in the center of the octagon at the end again. Bro, imagine Max does the same thing he did to Gaethje to Dustin in his last fight, bro. I might shed a tear. I might actually shed a tear. Rumble would have knocked out John Jones. Rumble was tough, but I disagree. I disagree. Jones would have taken him down and submitted him. Didn't DC submit Rumble? Didn't he? Hey, rest in peace, Rumble, though. Shout out Rumble Johnson. Boxing is very right now, but it's still looking up because the Saudi money, yeah. Greeting from Mars. Hey, shout out Mars. We got people from all over the solar system. Rest in peace, Armin, dude. Dude got left in the dust. Armin versus Gaethje title eliminator. Facts. That's the fight they need to make. I'm not mad at Arman versus Patty, but yeah, Arman's got to be in. I think he should be in a number one contenders fight next, bro. One more fight, and then he better fight for the title. Yes, Ilya, but personal favorite in the entire UFC is Khamzat. That's valid. Khamzat Chimaev, he's that dude, bro. Dude, Khamzat Chimaev is supposed to be triple champ by now. I wish he could stay healthy. Hopefully, he does not pull out of the Dracus fight. I want to see him finally accomplish and become UFC champion, bro. If Max does the same thing, I'm actually imploding on the spot. If he knocks out Dustin, I would have had to be hospitalized. Facts. It's not his choice. Dana forced him. Dana pissed me off. Yeah. Dana sucks sometimes, bro. He does suck sometimes. Dude, I wish Islam didn't vacate. I really wish he had an opportunity to become double champ. I don't understand it. I don't understand it, bro. Thoughts on Whitaker versus Rainer the Riddler? Shout out the Riddler, bro. Right now, I'm leaning Whitaker, but this very much feels like Dracus and Whitaker. It very much does. I did not think Dracus was going to go out there and beat Robert Whitaker, but he did. Hopefully Whitaker beats the Riddler this time. Rest in peace, Oliveira. I hope not, bro. I hope not. Let's see. Seemed like he didn't want to fight. I mean, yeah, he just sat shaking his head. He didn't want to fight. Dana sucks most of the time. I agree. I agree. Dana needs to vacate. Hey, I'm not gonna lie. I think Dana might be gone sometime soon, in the near future at least. Within the next 10 years, maybe Dana's probably gone. Rebook Hooker and Gaethje do Patty versus Armand. I like that idea. Hooker versus Gaethje is pure violence, bro. These are better matchups in my opinion. I don't think there's a clear winner on. I think these are better matchups. Hooker Gaethje. I would pick Gaethje. Patty Armand. I would pick Armand. But those are tough fights. Two tough fights. Is it just me or does Joe Rogan overreact when a fighter gets hit with a leg kick? I think that's everybody, brother. That leg's compromised. That leg's already beat up, bro, just from one calf kick. You know who started the calf kick? Benson Henderson. Joe Rogan loves that, bro. He loves it. UFC 400 main event: Jones versus wife, co-main Dana versus wife. That's funny. Do you think we'll ever see Ilia versus Islam? No, I don't. Would love to see it. Would absolutely love to see it, but no, I don't think so. I don't think so. Why is Ilia Topuria ranked 3? I don't know, bro. They got to fix the rankings. They have Ilia Topuria ranked 3 in featherweight. It doesn't make any sense. But yeah, if Ilia loses this fight, if Charles happens to beat Ilia, where do they rank Ilia? Where do they drop him in at the rankings? I'm so glad the UFC is finally making action, bro. They waited way too long to announce UFC 317. For real. They could have announced the other fights and just told us we were waiting on the main event. But whatever. Whatever. I hope Dana doesn't go because then we'll lose Rogan as well. Yeah. And then at that point, Bruce Buffer might leave too. Then it's just going to be weird. We might have to move on to something else at that point. The leg's starting to swell. He's got to watch those low kicks. Facts. Facts. Rob going to be holding the belt for a while. What you think? Yeah. I don't know, bro. Marab. If he beats O'Malley, which I think he will, I don't think he. I think Corey Sandhagen's a tough fight, but I think he beats Corey Sandhagen. His toughest test is Umar. I think Umar wins a rematch, bro. I really do. But I feel like Marab's just going to be stingy and not try to give him a rematch. But yeah, I want to see that fight again. The first fight was sick. Did Islam vacate or was he stripped? He said vacate, but who knows? Probably stripped. Probably stripped. All bangers announced: Ilia versus Dubronx. My boy Moicano getting fed an easy dub. My boy Paulo is back. Hey, what do y'all think about this fight? Dariush versus Moicano. Is that an easy dub? Like, I know Benny is old, but stylistically, how does Moicano beat Benny? I'm kind of leaning Beneil Dariush in that fight. If he's the underdog, I'm taking him. I'm probably taking him. Piotr Jan or Umar, dude, I want to see that fight so bad, so bad, and I would go with Umar by decision. Islam versus Dana for lightweight title. Hey, what do y'all think? Beneil Dariush or Moicano? I'm leaning Dariush. I got Benny. Same, bro, same. If O'Malley chins Marab, I'll be eternally happy. Not because I hate Marab, but I just want O'Malley as champ because he's so entertaining. I agree. I agree. Do you think Islam comes back to lightweight if he loses to JDM? Most likely won't lose, but anyways, yeah, I think he's definitely more likely to go back down to lightweight if he loses rather than wins. If he wins, you can kiss him goodbye. He is not coming back down to 155 if he loses. I mean, if he wins. If he loses, maybe. Then maybe we can see a super fight with Ilia versus Islam. It won't be as hype, but it'll still be sick. Throwback to when we gave Moicano a title shot. Facts. What's the derivative of 4x with respect to x? I don't know, gang. Uh, 4? 0? I don't know. I don't know, bro. I'm done with math. I am done with math. Hey, shout out PSMMA. Sent a heart me. W in the chat. W's in the chat. 4 is correct. Hey, look, we cooking with the derivative. We are cooking. Y'all didn't know I know ball like that. Y'all didn't know I know ball. Islam versus Dana lightweight title. Dariush is live. Rewatch the Game Right Benny fight. He's only lost to the best. Facts. Beneil Dariush is chinny, but he's not getting chinned by Moicano. There's no chance. Did you study calculus in school? I took calculus. I tried to take calculus. I did not. I didn't pass it, gang. I did not pass it. But yeah, but yeah, we tried it. We tried our best. Do you think if both Ilya and Islam win, we could potentially see a catchweight super fight a few years down the line? UFC doesn't do that kind of stuff, but it'd be so sick. I mean, why would they fight at a catchweight? Why wouldn't they just fight for a title on the line? Also, a few years down the line, I think Ilya and Islam are both going to be out of the UFC. I think they're both going to retire early. Bilal ruined it. He should have won against JDM, and Islam would have fought Ilya. Facts, dude. The UFC relied on one man and Bilal Muhammad, and he sold for us. He sold. But we got our pick right. We picked JDM, so I'm happy. I'm happy. Shout out JDM, too. I'm big on JDM. Definitely, probably my second favorite welterweight. Yeah, behind Usman. Or Islam, if you want to count Islam now, too. Dariush. Everybody's saying Dariush. Dariush by decision. Benny for sure. For show. Moicano's cool, but his interviews make it seem like he's better. Yeah, I got Benny right here. I think Moicano might be the favorite, though. It might be close. Moicano by financial motivation. Dariush easy money. Not so easy money. Moicano definitely good everywhere, but his physicality is non-existent. Yeah. Hey, go back to the BSD fight, though. You know, people forget. Benoit Saint Denis, man. He's a real marauder. Moicano just dominated Benoit Saint Denis. He really is a really good grappler. BSD is a great grappler. I know that win has not necessarily aged well, but BSD is a great grappler. BSD is a great grappler. Should there be weight class every 10 pounds? Dude, see, this is a weird thing about that. People have pushed for more weight classes, but I feel like if you do that, if you add every 10 pounds, we're going to get the same thing. That's just going to make fighters. Let me think of an example. Okay, so let's say they add a 160 division. I think you'll see more welterweights move down to 160. Just to try to get the advantage. I feel like more fighters will just still cut weight, try to weight bully, but maybe it could be a solution. I don't know. DDP or Khamzat, I think Khamzat could sub in round one. If he gets past that, I think DDP just gasses him out and does a survival of 5. Dude, that's a good fight. That's such a good fight. I'm going to be so excited for that. I'm going Khamzat right now. But, yeah, Drakus definitely could win. Bilal ruined it, man. 145 to 170 is a big jump. Oh, yeah. I guess Islam moving up to 170, it is going to be a big difference. But if Islam starts to reign at welterweight, he would never drop down. Yeah. Maybe Ilia tries to chase him to welterweight, but he's going to have to keep winning. I don't know if the UFC is going to necessarily let him do that. Maybe so. Even though it's a gimmick fight, yeah. Hey, it's a sick fight, though. Definitely a legacy fight. Do you think there's a possibility Ilia chases Islam to welterweight if he wins over Charles and Islam beats JDM? I don't know if the UFC is going to allow that, bro. Seriously. I don't know if they're going to allow him to win the title vacate. I mean, maybe. Maybe if they want to push him to try to become the first triple champ, 3-division champion. It's, I guess, possible, but not likely, I wouldn't say. I would not say likely. That just kind of puts more divisions in shambles, bro. The welterweight division is already screwed if Islam wins, especially if he retires. Is Islam moving back down to lightweight after the title shot? I don't think so. I don't know, dude. Khamzat's looked invincible when his ego doesn't make him scrap with people. Facts, dude. I'm under the impression Khamzat Chimaev could have beat Gilbert Burns badly, but I feel like he just wanted to test himself. That fight was super close. It didn't need to be. Khamzat just wanted to brawl, and that's what happened. That is what happened. Yeah, I think he's past that stage in his life, though. Fiziev or Ignacio? Rafael Fiziev or Ignacio Bahamondes? Got to see both of those fighters in person. I'm going to go Ignacio. I think Ignacio is legit. He's huge, by the way. He looked massive for a lightweight. He looked very big. He submits Burns in the first, I think, if he shoots right out of the gate. Yeah, I agree. I think he would have submitted Burns as well. He just wanted to feel pain, I guess. Hear me out. Umar versus Jan. Loser fights loser of Sean versus Marab. Winner fights winner. I like that idea. I like that. What do you do with Corey Sandhagen, though? That's the problem. What do you do with Corey? Corey's pushing for a title shot. Maybe he fights one more time. I don't know. It's also a fresh matchup, so They might give it to Corey next. But I like that idea. I don't mind that idea at all. He submits Burns the first. What do you think about Giga Chikadze? Giga Chad. I don't have any opinion on him. Great striker. He's not a real contender though. Not a real contender. Okay, let's see what McLovin's talking about. DDP or Khamzat? With DDP's luck, he gets knocked out and falls forward, bounces back up off the mat, and knocks out Khamzat. Wakes up himself. Facts. Make welterweight 175 and a light welterweight. Yes. Okay, I agree with this part. The higher weight classes, the jump is a lot bigger. So maybe they should add some higher weight classes, but not to the lighter weight. Not to the lighter weights. And a light welterweight at 165, and then you're chilling. No need for a 195 weight class, in my opinion. We need hydration checks all fight week. Move weigh-ins an hour before the fight. Dude, yes, they got to do something about the weight cutting, bro. First of all, super dangerous, terrible for the body, and I'm gonna channel my inner Joe Rogan, but the fighters are compromised when they're cutting weight like that. They're not at their best. They're really not at their best. So we need to figure out how to cut weight cutting like this, bro. Just have fighters fight at their natural weight would be a lot better, or just cutting a few pounds. No more weight bully BS facts. I want to see fighters who actually are 155. Yeah, I agree. They should add a cruiserweight division. 220 jump from 205 to 265 is huge. Yes, it is very big. Imavov or Kaio. I want to see that fight, by the way. I would lean Imavov right now. Probably a decision. Do you think Poatan will become champ ever again? No. I think Poatan's best days are behind him. Sadly. I know I'm an Izzy fan, but I'm a Poatan fan as well, guys. We can live in harmony. We can live in harmony. I still don't understand how Lopez woke Ortega up after sleeping him. That was crazy. That was crazy. I'm glad he did because we had Diego by decision in that fight, and that's what happened. But yeah, got a little nervous there. But I know what's gonna happen. I know that's what's gonna happen if Khamzat knocks out DDP. Good night, Unc. Really enjoy the stream. Hey, shout out Adrian. Good night, Brody. Good night, Adrian. I appreciate you for tuning in. W. Adrian. Weight cutting makes UFC so much more entertaining. If there wasn't, there would be so many. Yeah, I guess. Armand needs to make a big move or he's gonna fall behind. Armand needs to fight, bro. He needs to fight. He needs to stop doing these grappling matches. They need to book him with somebody. You're gonna save the light heavyweight division. Facts, bro. What's next for featherweight? Maybe Movzar. Yeah, I think it's gonna be Volk Movzar probably, but not super hyped for that fight. But yeah, Volk versus Movzar is definitely the fight to make next. If you cut 5 to 10 pounds, it's okay, but dudes are cutting 20 plus pounds. Yeah, so I'm getting close to 30. How come Islam said he wouldn't vacate, but Dana said he wouldn't strip? Because Dana's the boss, bro. Dana's the boss. He does whatever he wants. Title is now vacant. Islam versus Charles is for the vacant title, by the way. Volk's time is ticking. Facts. He looks good in his last fight, but he did not look like the Volk of old. We have a bot in this chat, bro. Guys, I don't even know how to work Twitch. I'm going to be honest with you. Y'all go follow the Twitch, bro. We just started the Twitch account. We're streaming on Twitch, TikTok, and YouTube right now. The trifecta. Is Morales KO TKO in round 3 or round 4 a good pick? I gotta watch some more film on that fight, bro. I'm thinking about going live for that fight as well. Dude, the odds are crazy. He's like a minus 800. That's insane. That is insane. I might have to sprinkle some on Burns, man. Burns is dangerous, but this is the same. We see the same story all the time. We see the same story. An undefeated prospect against an old vet who's on a losing streak. The undefeated prospect wins 9 out of 10 times, but again, Burns at like a plus 500 is not a bad play. I think Burns is like a plus 500. Something like that. Something crazy. I'm probably going to have to sprinkle some on it. When is next stream? I'm thinking Saturday. Or no, not. We're probably gonna do Thursday and Saturday. Same time Thursday, maybe. Yeah, Burn or Morales is a minus 800, I think. Hey, shout out Capo though. I appreciate you for being here. 6 a.m. though, that is crazy, bro. That is crazy. Maybe we'll adjust the time next time. Maybe so. Jokic is working on a masterpiece. Oh, and that series tied? I need to turn on that game. I'm about to get out of here soon, though. I'm about to get out of here soon. Probably turn the game on, to be honest. Hopefully the Nuggets take out the Thunder, bro. Burns by finish is worth it. I agree. I agree, bro. Big step up as well for Morales. Big step up. What's up, Nolan? What's going on? It's like 11x for round 4 TKO. He definitely could get Burns out of there. We've seen Burns get finished a time or two. Light heavyweight is cooked. How would you fix it up? Light heavyweight right now, I would do. I'll see you, Kappa. I'll see you. I appreciate you. I appreciate y'all for tuning in to the Twitch chat. Light heavyweight is cooked. How would you fix it? I would do Pereira Ankalaev 2. I would book that sooner rather than later. And then Yuri Prohaska. I would really want to just hold off on Yuri because I love Yuri, but I'd do Yuri versus Olberg. Yeah, I would do Yuri versus Olberg as the #1 contender fight. But I want to see Jan Blachowicz back in there. I want to see Jan back in there. He's old, though. Charles by submission. That's not crazy. What I meant was weight cutting makes UFC more entertaining because fighters are more prone to being knocked out. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. There would be so many more decisions. Look at Frankie Edgar in his prime. Unfinishable. Maybe so. The cutting weight definitely affects the chin, bro. Definitely affects the chin. Now, if you're betting Burns, bet that he would be able to point fight his way to a decision. Hey, Burns? Burns is wrestling. I'm going to dream about you, though. Sweet cheese. I appreciate it, bro. I appreciate you for tuning in for real. But yeah, going back to Gilbert Burns. Gilbert Burns' wrestling, his top control, his top pressure is very underrated. Definitely could win this fight. Definitely might be worth it at plus 500. Definitely might be worth it. Pivotal game 5, yep. I'm going to have to turn that on. Hey, where are they at in the game? I guess I can check it. What quarter are they in? What quarter is the Thunder game, Gustavo? Let me know. And saying that Islam's one of the most entertaining champs we've had in a while and gets forced to vacate his belt. John defends against one old firefighter in 2 years and sits on the belt. Facts. The John Jones glaze is crazy. I don't think Sandhagen is ready compared to higher contenders. What is he gives a chance to someone like Zahabi? I think he declines that, bro. I'm gonna be honest. He wants another crack at the title. He wants a crack at the title. He wants to fight the winner of Marab and Sean. He might get it. He might get it. He really might get it. It's a fresh matchup. Burns is a finisher. The only way you win a decision is by holding him against the fence. He's got good top control, but I think he's looking for a finish in this fight. Almost halftime, 56, 50. Okay, bet. Denver's up, bet. Bet. Hopefully Denver. This game, yeah, game 5, 2-2. Definitely going to turn that on here in a second. If you need a moderator for your Twitch or YouTube chat for later streams, I can be on for you. I appreciate you. I'll definitely reach out if I need one. I appreciate you. Very thoughtful. Gotta bring back the every fighter for a weight class challenge. That was fun, bro. Hey, did y'all like the weight class challenge better or the countries? Y'all remember me filling out USA, Brazil, all that? That was fun. That was my favorite probably. One of the first ones. Who you got, Ilia or Charles? Right now, Ilia. Right now, Ilia. Got Ilia, Pantoja, Benil Dariush. That's a sneaky good play. Benil Dariush, the crafty vet. The crafty vet. I think he's going to get it done. I disagree. Sandhagen is a much more deserving title shot than O'Malley. Now, maybe. I think you can say that now. At the time when they booked it, I don't think so. I'm fine with the O'Malley matchup because we didn't have a #1 contender at the time. If they would have waited, then yes, I would say Sandhagen. But they're on the same timeline. Sandhagen can fight the winner. Rob is a bad matchup for O'Malley. Facts. Bro, when you won the UFC Country Challenge the first time, I went insane. Bro, I was trying to win that for so long. Dude, that took forever. A lot longer than I anticipated, bro. But that one was a lot of fun. Hopefully this one, hopefully we can finish this 40 title challenges soon. I'm going to have to post it when I get off of here. I think I'm going to go for 13 more minutes, guys. I'm going to go for 13 more minutes and I'm going to wrap it up. Who you got, Ilia or Charles? I'm leaning Ilia, but Charles could be a live play. I'm ready to see the odds. I am ready to see the odds for sure. Going to be very interesting. Yeah, let's look at some. Dude, what do y'all think? I brought this up earlier. I didn't know what y'all said. Y'all got Paulo Costa or Roman Kopylov? You had the 40 man. I know. It's the Fedor incident, gang. That's what it is. It's annoying, bro. It's annoying. Jan versus Umar will be fire, dude. What are they doing? What is the UFC doing? They're talking. I don't even know if it's confirmed, but it looks pretty official. It's Petr Yan versus Marcus McGee. Why? Literally, why? They said Umar wouldn't be ready. He wants to, of course, fight. Yep, you guessed it, in Abu Dhabi. He said he'll be back in October. So, I guess Jan didn't want to wait that long, which is understandable. But why Marcus McGee? Why? Let him fight a contender, bro. Come on. Makes 0 sense. Makes 0 sense. I want Paulo to win. I agree. Definitely want to see him back in the win column, bro. Definitely want to see him back in the win column. Fact, so why are we acting like Sean didn't win 2 rounds and now Sean has experience in there with him? So the fight should be different. Yes, but at the same time, Merab also has experience with Sean. So you can look at it both ways. You can look at it both ways. I think Merab probably wins the rematch, but I'm going for Sean for sure. Definitely rooting for Sean there. Bro, I've missed Paulo so much. We'll never forgive Izzy for humping him and derailing his career. W moment. W Izzy. Roman copy live. Definitely want to see Paulo Costa get that one done, bro. Paulo Costa does not want to fight in a minute. All right, David, you got to get out of here with that. You say Paul no, I say Paul yes. That's what I think about that. That's what I think about that. Mods, ban this guy. Ban this guy. That's funny. We're about to get out of here soon. Probably going to stay on for 10-ish. 10-ish more minutes. Yeah. Do you think Ilia versus Charles should have been interim? Yes. I don't know why they forced Islam. I'm guessing they forced it. But I don't know why he vacated. Even if he wasn't planning on coming back down, why not give him the opportunity to become double champ? Why? If you're giving the opportunity to guys like Cejudo, why doesn't Islam deserve it? Doesn't make any sense, bro. Doesn't make any sense. We got some banger fights, though. UFC 317. It's looking good. It's looking good. We got Pantoja finally defending. This fight's been rumored for years, it seems like. But yeah, we're finna get out of here in a minute. Y'all go follow the Twitch, bro. I just started the Twitch. Casual Take MMA. Y'all go sub to the YouTube. Follow me on TikTok. All right, guys. Ilia Topuria, Charles Dubronx. I think the UFC wasn't a fan of every champion moving up and would seem unfair to other champs. Yeah, but we don't see the double, we haven't seen a double champ opportunity in a minute. We really haven't. What was the last one? Was it Volk? This is different, bro. I mean, Volk deserved it, don't get me wrong, but Islam deserves it as well. There should be no argument against that. Hey, does anybody know if Mario Bautista is actually out of his fight, or was that fake news? Because apparently they had a replacement. I saw a post. I don't know if it was real. Who do you think's winning, Khabib or Ilia? That'd be a fun fight. That'd be a fun fight. I'd go Khabib though. Think Khabib would be able to hold him down. Probably submit him. I'd go Khabib for sure. For sure. Do you think Kai Kara has much of a chance? He definitely does. Definitely has a chance here. Pantoja is goated, but his one weakness, bro, is he leaves his chin in the air. And that just happens to play into Kai Kara France's strengths, which is that power. So yeah, Kai Kara France definitely could catch Pantoja and put him out, but I'm picking Pantoja right now. I'm curious to see all these odds come out. If Beneil Dariush drops as the underdog, guys, I'm smashing it. Better smash. It's a real patchy mix stepping in, making debut. Is that real? Nah. So you think Islam was forced to vacate? Yeah, probably. I definitely don't think he wanted to vacate because he kept talking about he wants to be double champ. He wants second belt. So I guess they took away his first belt. Book Mario Bautista versus Khamzat. I want to see something. Yeah. Hopefully, if he's out, if it's real, hopefully they find a replacement soon because that fight's coming up. Habib would absolutely maul Ilia. Islam said he walks around at like 210. Dang, bro. Dang. Yeah, I think Islam got stripped, basically. They're not going to say that, but yeah. Royval versus Cap is such a good fight. Facts, it's going to be a banger, bro. I'm curious to see what the bout order is going to be, though. If they're going to put that on the main card, if they're going to bump that to the prelims, I don't know. But yeah, we got some good fights on here. This one's interesting, too. Costa versus Kopylov. Interesting fight. The bull mauls the eagle. Steps all over him. Ilia Topuria, I don't know. I don't know, man. Habib's one of those guys that just doesn't lose, bro. Islam or Connor? Islam or Connor? Islam. Easy. Not easy. Prime Connor was tough, but I'd say Islam for sure. Justin Gaethje versus Tony Ferguson. Gaethje. Give me Gaethje. Dude, we talked about Tony Ferguson earlier. Tony Ferguson, prime Tony Ferguson, everybody glazes, but he doesn't beat any of the top lightweight contenders, bro. He doesn't beat Islam. He doesn't beat Ilia. He doesn't beat Arman. He doesn't beat Charles. He doesn't beat Gaethje. He doesn't beat Dustin. He doesn't beat Max Holloway. I can keep going. He doesn't beat prime Beneil Dariush, man. Come on. Come on, brother. And then Tom Aspinall versus Stipe, prime for prime. It's hard to say. It's hard to say, bro, because Tom Aspinall has only been out of the first round one time. So we don't know too much about him, but I kind of want to say Tom Aspinall still. I still kind of want to say Tom. Y'all are saying Islam vacated? They have Justin Tafa fighting. I know, bro. Get him out of here, bro. The Tafa brothers they're not good, bro. They're not good. Who does Gaethje fight next, you think? I hope it's Arman Sarukian, but I kind of feel like they might do Paddy Pimblett. I think they might do Paddy Pimblett as the number one contenders fight and just kick Arman to the curb once again. Once again. Habib is definition of weight bully. Everybody's a weight bully, bro. If you want to stop, change the rules. Our Duck fought some veteran like Belfort. Now it's karma. Tom gonna smoke him. I don't know. Jones has the experience, bro. Jones has the experience. Manel Kopp is the best thing flyweight got going right now. It would be a good move to have him on the main, especially with that co-main. Yeah, they just tend to disrespect flyweight, so I could see them having that as the the final prelim. But let's throw it on the main card, bro. It's basically a number one contenders fight, or it is a number one contenders fight. So yeah, let's throw it on the main card for sure. If Jones was in his prime, I would bet my house on him winning. I agree. I agree. John Duck Jones. Hey, shout out Bruce the King. It's a W fan right there. Shout out Bruce the King. My guy. Always. He stays commenting on my videos. Paulo Costa's so overheated. Overhated. Do people hate Paulo Costa? Is that a real thing? Is that a real thing? I don't know. I don't know. Name five fighters. Name five UFC fighters with animals in their nicknames. Um, Habib the Eagle, El Matador the Bull, El Pantera I think that's the Panther. What is Sergey Spivak? Is he the polar bear? One more. Does the Black Beast count? Does that count as an animal? Might be stuck at 4, bro. Might be stuck at 4. John the Duck Jones. How about that? How about that? Costa a G. He funny. Yeah. Facts. Facts. How you feeling about Charles versus Ilia? I think it's going to be a sick fight. I think people are counting out Charles Oliveira, but with that being said, I'm still going with the Matador. Still going with Ilia Topuria. His spider classifies as an animal. Yeah, Anderson Silva. If you want to go that route, yeah. Then yeah, I should have said the spider. Bro, please don't feed Gaethje to Armand or Patty. Yeah. I don't think Gaethje wins either of those fights, to be honest. But yeah, he's got to fight somebody. He's not going to want to fight down in the rankings. Maybe he fights Hooker again or gets rebooked for Hooker. That's what I want to see. Actually, I want to see Armand. Yeah, I want to see Armand and Gaethje. I want to see Armand in a number one contenders fight. Ilia striking is just different, like Charles. I like Charles, but Ilia probably got it. Yeah. But I'm curious to see Ilia on the ground with Charles, bro. We've seen him on the ground with Bryce Mitchell, but Bryce Mitchell is not Charles Oliveira. And Charles is big. Charles is huge. It's going to be huge. Why don't Charles fans not have faith in him? Everybody's saying Ilia low diff. Everybody's saying Ilia by KO. Probably accurate, but don't count out Do Bronx, bro. Don't count out Do Bronx. Kopylov being Paulo. Very, very possible for sure. I'm curious to see the odds on these fights, bro. I'm curious to see the odds. I'm ready to make some money on Beneil Dariush, bro. Islam moved up because of father's plan. Usman or Magomedov. Oh, I forgot Usman or Magomedov, dude. He's got to join the UFC sometime soon. Isn't he? I know he's Umar's brother. Isn't he the younger brother? I think he's super young. But yeah, dude, okay. What if Usman or Magomedov joins the UFC and we get Usman versus Ilia? No, it's not the same thing, but that could be a sick fight. He's a lightweight. Yeah, lightweight. Top 5 favorite fighters are Oliveira, Pereira, Merab, Ilia Prime, Colby. I think they're all valid except for the Colby take. I was going to say Jared Cannonier, the Killer Gorilla. Facts. Forgot about Jared Cannonier. Ilia's overrated. I disagree. Ilia just knocked out Max Holloway and Volkanovski, bro. How's he overrated? Which fighting nerd do you think will become champ first? Oh, y'all think they're all going to become champ, guys. Not Carlos Prates. I don't think Kaya becomes champ first. Probably Jean Silva. As much as I hate to say that, probably Jean Silva. If he gets a fight with Volkanovski, that's a tough fight for Volk. I think Volk's still the better fighter, but the chin worries me, bro. The chin worries me. Topuria by KO facts. Jean stands the best chance for sure. I'm curious to see Mauricio Rufy fight a real fighter or not. King Green. Fight a real fighter with a real ground game. Love Do Bronx, but don't have much hope for him personally. Usman is 27. Yeah. Yeah. Usman, if he comes to the UFC, he's going to be a big star too. I hope Volk wins, but he's kind of chinny. Facts. Facts. Even some of the shots he was eating, or some of the shots he got stung by from Diego, I get Diego has massive power, but Prime Volk is just eating those. He's just eating those. Also, Prime Volk is probably getting the finish. Ilia beat Dehydrated Max and a Volk on a 2-fight win streak and couldn't finish Josh Emmett. Go watch that Josh Emmett fight, bro. Go watch that Josh Emmett fight. Go rewatch that. Because one judge had it 50-42, I believe. So, yeah. 50-42 in a top contender like that is pretty crazy. How do you think Khamzat versus DDP plays out? I don't know, bro. I'm leaning Khamzat, but Drake Stupid C definitely could. He could pull it out, bro. He could pull it out. I don't know. I think Ilia beats Charles round through TKO. But if Ilia's power translates to 155, it will. It definitely will. It's going to translate. I promise you. People that think Umar beat Merab are delusional. I don't think that's crazy. Super close fight, but yeah, I think Merab won. It's not featherweight to heavyweight. Yeah, facts. To be fair, Diego has massive power, and Volk managed to hang for 5 rounds. I think his chin is cracked, of course, but far from bad. Yeah, I don't think it's bad. It worries me, bro. Especially with him just pulling his head straight back. I don't know. I don't want to see him fight John Silva. Paul Hughes fight, low-key shocked, weakness in Usman or Magomedov's game. Dude, I've been meaning to watch that fight. I don't keep up with PFL, but everybody was telling me to watch that fight, and I forgot. I need to watch that fight. Heard it was insane. But yeah, we're about to get out of here, y'all. We're about to get out of here. UFC 317 is official. Not the full card, but the main event is official. Ilia Topuria versus Charles Oliveira for the vacant title. Not interim title. Islam is vacated, yes. Co-main event, Pantoja versus Kaikar France. And here's some more fights. Benil Dariush Moicano, Royval Kopp, some more fights. Not the full card yet, but yeah, we're about to get out of here. Bruce the King, I appreciate you, bro. Bye, my friend. I'll see you next time. Shout out Bruce. Shout out Bruce. Hey, y'all go subscribe to the YouTube before you leave. Follow the TikTok. Follow the Twitch. We're streaming on Twitch now, guys. Yes. But yeah, we're getting out of here. Final predictions. As of right now, my opinion could change. Ilia Topuria by knockout, sadly. But Charles Oliveira, you got to watch out for New Bronx, bro. See you, brother. Love your vids. Love your content. I appreciate you, bro. W. Jamie. Leaning Topuria, leaning Pantoja. That's what I got right now. But yeah, we finna get out of here, y'all. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. I'll see y'all. Before you leave, I always wondered what your job is. This is my job right now. I'm a student, man. I'm a student. All right, guys. See you, bro. Enjoy the stream. What's the next? I'll be sure to catch it. Yeah, we're gonna set the schedule. I just ended the TikTok stream. We're gonna try to set the schedule, and I'm thinking Tuesday, Thursday, some Saturdays, and then probably Sunday. I'm thinking we're probably gonna set it Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday, and then I'm gonna do same time on Thursday. I'm gonna start at 8:30 Eastern. And then we're gonna try to do some fight companions on Saturday, so for some fight cards. So maybe this week we'll do Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday. But I'll keep y'all updated. Y'all join the Discord as well. I'm posting announcements in there. I'll be posting announcements on my TikTok. But yeah, I appreciate y'all for